It's Monday, August 10th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, arrest made. A suspect wanted for a shooting in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley, facing charges after police found him in Bedford. Your top news headlines just ahead.
And the perfect outdoor escape. Brienne is making the most of her summer with a fun kayaking adventure. We'll have the details on how you can hit the water.
And an unforgettable experience. Quebec blends European charm with breathtaking scenery. Details on why it should be on the top of your travel list.
Good morning. Hello. Welcome. Great to be back in the chair with you two wonderful women.
Welcome back.
Thank you so much. Fantastic vacation.
Good.
And let me tell you, and I might mention this again just for the viewers who tune in a bit later, but wow, you two are so appreciated on the island of Cape Breton.
Really?
Yes.
Aw, that's so good to hear.
They love you. Everyone I met was so excited they watched the show, and people of all ages, they're really excited about your shoes. Your shoes and your outfits. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Big hit at the Chestico Cayley. A couple of people came by and said, "I'd love to see what you women are wearing. Love the shoes." I said, "Well, it's really more Amanda and Latavia.
Not
I have
Because we got this table.
Yeah, exactly. But I also find that, like, I have to scoot around the studio a lot, and I find the high heels there's a lot of clacking.
Absolutely.
So I've been cutting down on the high heels.
Yeah.
But anyway, great to be back. Thank you for holding the fort.
Absolutely. We're glad you had fun.
I did have fun. Wow. Wonderful 2 weeks. Lots of beach days.
I was going to say, you must have spent most of your time in Cape Breton for the 2
Almost
weeks.
the entire time. Yeah.
Nice.
It was beautiful. The weather was mostly nice. Even when it wasn't, like, it was fun, kind of fun to have a little cozy night.
Absolutely.
I thrifted a couple of books and actually read a few, trashy beach novels, but they were wonderful.
Nice.
To hear about it.
Yeah, so it's hot and humid. That I've noticed about my return. Is that sticking around, Latavia?
Well, for parts of Nova Scotia, we're still remaining under a heat warning for today. We'll start to see things cool down into tomorrow's forecast and into midweek. But as of right now, still quite warm across much of the region, but especially into parts of western Nova Scotia and Halifax County.
Yeah, she's muggy.
Oh, she is. Yeah, hopefully if you're sleeping at night, get some relief. Oh,
yes.
We're observing
What's happening?
some work here outside of Fredericton City Hall. Yep, good inspection.
Looks good.
Checking on the potholes.
Absolutely. All right, well, it's 18 degrees in Fredericton as of right now. We will be seeing sunshine in your area throughout the day today. We do have a bit of shower activity, though, on its way for parts of Atlantic Canada. 20 degrees in both Charlottetown and Halifax to start your day, with 17 in Sydney, 9 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Keeping in mind sun safety for the Maritime region, still tracking high to very high throughout your day today. And we still have this heat warning remaining in effect for western Nova Scotia, Halifax County throughout the day today. Over to our satellite and radar. Starting off the day with lots of sunshine for the Maritime region. Newfoundland to Labrador seeing a chance of showers moving in, a risk of thunderstorms. Same thing goes for the Maritime region. We do have some isolated showers expected to move in into the afternoon. And in terms of our wind forecast, it is going to remain quite light today. As of right now, it is 15 kilometers per hour in North Cape, as well as into Moncton and Grand Etang, 11 in Charlottetown and Yarmouth, 13 in Edmundston. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take a look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. A suspect wanted for a shooting in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley is facing charges after police tracked him to a wooded area in a Halifax suburb. Just before noon Saturday, Halifax police issued a statement saying the suspect was believed to be involved in a shooting earlier in the day in South Farmington. At the time, the police force described the 31-year-old suspect as armed and dangerous. The Mounties issued an emergency alert about a half hour later, warning people in Bedford to stay inside and lock their doors. A witness was describing this scene by Sunnyside Mall to CTV News when the suspect was brought out in cuffs behind him.
All of a sudden, we see the cops coming. I turn around. I hear a big crash. I hear the car swerve into the parking lot here, Sunnyside parking lot, and it runs off. It comes up, it runs off into the woods here. So the cops didn't see him come up here. We were the only ones who saw him come up here. So the cops drove by Sunnyside Mall, and we ran onto the road and flagged them down. And so we flagged them down.
Oh my God, they got him. Oh my God, yo, turn the camera. On camera.
They got him.
They got him. Oh my God, we got him, boys. We got him, boys.
At around 1 p.m., the Mounties confirmed the suspect had been arrested, but few other details have been released since. Annapolis RCMP say they continue to investigate the reported shooting. In South Farmington, no further details on that either. Police in Eastern PEI are investigating the sudden death of a man in Georgetown who was acting erratically in public before he lost consciousness. RCMP say they received a 911 call on Wednesday night. Firefighters and paramedics attempted to revive the man by performing CPR. Mounties say the 34-year-old from Kings County was pronounced dead, and the provincial coroner's office was later called in to determine the cause of the man's death. A clinical trial for a new vaccine targeting the deadly Ebola virus has begun in Nova Scotia. Health Canada has authorized Moderna to conduct the Phase 1 trial, which started when a volunteer in Truro received the first vaccination 1 week ago, last Monday. The company expects to enroll 80 volunteers in Truro, Halifax, and Toronto. The participants will not be exposed to the virus during the trial, which is designed to evaluate the vaccine safety, determine dosages, and monitor for side effects. New Brunswick's New River Beach is a popular place any summer weekend along the Bay of Fundy. But once a year, the sands transform into one giant sandbox where kids of all ages are eager to grab a shovel. CTV's Avery McRae shows us why.
With large shovels and fine tools on hand, these are not your everyday sandcastles.
I'm building a Kermit the Frog sand sculpture.
Wolfgang Downey McLean is fairly new to the craft, but has some basic tips to follow.
I think that working on it for a long time, and the detail comes out when you do that.
Downey McLean was just one of hundreds of people carefully molding the sands at New River Beach for the annual Bay of Fundy Sand Sculpture Festival. For Aunt and niece duo of Kathy McCabe and April Berry, it's their first time taking part.
Not as challenging as I had thought. Yeah, not as challenging. Yeah.
I'm appreciating there not being hot sun right now.
The competition itself was separated in two major categories, amateurs and masters. On the Masters Beach, sand spectacles are first packed tightly with the help of boxes before the sculpting work begins. For sculptor Guy-Olivier Deveau and his partner Isabel, they are working to create a rowboat.
We got big plans, we got a lot of work to do, we have to be on pace, and we're fairly confident that we're going to be able to make it happen.
Event co-organizer and professional sculptor Karen Freilich has traveled across the world for sand sculpting shows, but few rival the scene along the Bay of Fundy.
They're going to come down onto one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and there's so much room, there's so much camaraderie, there's great music, and just so many things to see.
For sibling spectators Rankin and Bria Ketch, it's tough to pick a favorite.
The one like right over there is pretty nice.
I like the one up on the hill when you first pull in. It has it's like one that has like a horse and it has like a shark wrapped around it.
All until the world's highest tides wash away this sandy canvas. Avery McRae, CTV News, New River Beach, New Brunswick.
Wow.
Whoa!
Impressive.
How do you carve the sand? How do you get it that crisp?
No clue.
The eye on that wolf, the
horse, the shark.
The detailing.
We need to go next year.
I know, it's so cool.
Put it on the list.
Wow, well done. I love how it's good for all ages too. Just seeing the little ones get involved.
Yeah.
Something to see for sure. And shout out to the sculptors. Wow. Okay, let's talk about some news. Meta is facing its largest fine yet over child safety. A New Mexico court has ordered the parent company of Instagram and Facebook to pay $560 million for its failure to warn the public about dangers to its platforms posed to children. It's a second phase of a landmark trial that the social media giant lost in March. And the judge said that the majority of the money will be used for treatment services for young people, and the rest will go towards awareness, prevention, screening services, and other costs over the next 5 years. Now, Meta said in a statement that it disagreed with the ruling and will appeal it. It added that it remains confident in its record of protecting teens online. So definitely this social media and youth, these connections. This is not the end of this. We will be continuing to hear more about this. Other countries, including Canada, banning the use of social media for young people.
That's a good point. And still ahead, we'll take a look at the latest on the wildfire situation out on the West Coast. That continues to be a major issue there. That's coming up in your national news headlines. But before that, Latavia has the local forecast for the East Coast here. We're going to take a live look right now at Lunenburg. Calm conditions there this morning. Maybe a good day to go to the golf course there in the background. Forecast is next.
Good morning and happy Monday. The time now is 6:13. We're taking a live look at Bedeck. 18 degrees to start your day. A bit of a cloudy start to the day. We are expecting some scattered showers early this morning. A risk of thunderstorms before clearing, seeing sunshine return into the afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. As of right now, it is 19 degrees in Halifax, 20 degrees starting off your day in Charlottetown, 17 currently in Fredericton with 15 in Labrador City, 9 degrees over in St. John's, Newfoundland. We are still holding on to this heat warning for western Nova Scotia, Halifax County for today. Daytime highs will range from 27 to 30 degrees. Factor in that humidity, feeling like 33 to 37. Over to our forecast timeline. A bit of cloud coverage to start your day, a bit of fog as well. We do have some scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms expected for parts of eastern Nova Scotia, Cape Breton Island, as well as into parts of Prince Edward Island. Some isolated shower activity early this morning to start your day. Now, Newfoundland, Labrador also seeing a bit of precipitation, some shower activity, a risk of thunderstorms expected to continue into the afternoon for much of Labrador, parts of Newfoundland. And then into the Maritime region, we will be seeing some sunshine for the most part, but we do have a chance of showers returning into parts of northern New Brunswick, into Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island. Into tonight, a chance of showers will continue, starting to clear out for much of Nova Scotia as we head towards early Tuesday morning. We do have sunshine returning in the forecast before another round of shower activity returns. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, going to remain quite light for much of the Maritime region. We are going to see around 10 to 20 millimeters for the northwestern region of New Brunswick, 2 to 5 millimeters for North Mountain. And then for Labrador, around 5 to 10 millimeters is expected. An additional 10 to 20 millimeters expected for Port aux Basques in Newfoundland. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will range from 26 degrees in Edmundston up to 29 today. Mainly sunny skies to start your day. Some isolated showers expected into the afternoon. For Prince Edward Island, isolated showers early in the morning, clearing though, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon, mainly sunny later this morning. We are going to see those daytime highs range from 23 degrees in Surrey up to 27 today. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, we also have some scattered showers early in the morning with a risk of thunderstorms. Expected to clear out into the afternoon though, leaving a mix of sun and cloud, with daytime highs ranging from 23 degrees in Canso up to 27 today. Pretty light wind expected right across Nova Scotia. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, mainly sunny start to your day. Isolated showers expected from mainland Nova Scotia into the afternoon, with highs between 24 degrees in Yarmouth up to 29 in Halifax. And then for Labrador City, 19 degrees today. Showers and a risk of thunderstorms throughout your day, with a high of 14 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Periods of drizzle start your day, clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. So that's a look at your weather forecast. I'm going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. Wildfires continue to rage on Canada's west coast this morning. An RCMP are confirming one person has died as a result of the fire in Summerland, BC. An 80-year-old woman died while trying to escape the Bald Range fire with a family member. She was among more than 20,000 people ordered to flee their homes Friday night after the fire erupted hours earlier and raced toward the communities of Summerland and Peachland. Dozens of people had to be rescued by aircraft. Fire officials report a number of structures have been lost in the Summerland area. There is growing concern about a fairly common household product, lithium-ion batteries. They power everything from phones and laptops to e-scooters and lights. But fire departments across the country are now sounding the alarm. CTV's Kathy Lee has more on the dangers and how you can reduce the risk.
It started over here.
The scars of this fire are everywhere. Fred Dennis's home in Medicine Hat, Alberta may still be standing, but it's a complete write-off.
You can see the flames up above the house.
The fire broke out on the back deck early last month. Dennis and his wife were out grocery shopping.
The worst part about all of this is we lost our dog and cat in a fire.
As they grieve their loss, news from the fire department about how the blaze started shocked them.
They figured it was a lithium-ion battery.
Dennis said that battery was in this solar light purchased online.
What happened here is part of a much bigger problem countrywide. In Calgary, fire crews responded to multiple calls involving lithium-ion batteries.
Not one, not two, but at least 3 reported fires in 24 hours. 2 involved e-scooters, their lithium-ion batteries overheating while charging.
If that battery becomes compromised, it goes into what's called thermal runaway, and that's where very, very quickly that fire will accelerate and grow.
Calgary has already recorded more lithium-ion battery fires this year than last. Toronto and surrounding communities are also reporting an increase, the latest incident on the 7th floor of a high-rise.
The greatest, fastest evolving, growing public fire safety risk in the city is lithium-ion battery fires.
Experts say several factors are fueling the problem, from batteries sold online that don't meet Canadian safety standards to damaged or cheap charging cords to improper disposal of batteries or overcharging devices.
You never want to charge something beyond 100%.
Beyond public awareness, fire officials nationwide are also calling for stronger oversight of lithium-ion batteries sold in Canada. Dennis hopes sharing what happened here will lead to change.
I hope they get the industry to improve what they're making.
Because he doesn't want anyone else to go through what his family has. Kathy Lee, CTV News, Medicine Hat, Alberta.
There's a glimmer of hope for young people looking for work. The unemployment rate for this age group has edged down after one of the toughest job markets in more than a decade. CTV's Kamel Karamali has more.
In a place where everyone is always on the move, the biggest shift this summer at this Toronto trampoline park might just be how many teens are applying to work here.
We're seeing anywhere from 500 to 1,000 applicants just for one flight crew role.
Good job, good job. One of those was 17-year-old Abdul Qadir Saeed, part of a growing number of young people across Canada to land a job these past few months.
I showed my mom, I was shocked. I was like, no way I got hired here.
Youth unemployment rates continue to drop across the country. Take a look at last July's numbers for ages 15 to 24, dropping from 14.5% now down to 12.5% for this July. And for returning students, that's those who have summers off, going from 17.5% now down to just over 15%.
Youth unemployment is still very high. It's almost twice as high as the overall unemployment rate, but it's down significantly over the last few months, and it's certainly headed in the right direction.
Job experts say the initial shock from the U.S. trade war seems to be wearing off. Employers now feeling more confident in hiring youth after seeing the economy remain stable.
And what business wants more than anything is exactly that, is stability. Boring at times is good for business.
Especially in industries that employ a large share of young workers, like restaurants, retail, and summer tourism. We may now also be seeing the effects of Ottawa reducing permits for international students and temporary workers.
Those entry-level positions typically have been a bit more heavily weighted towards new Canadians.
But at this Toronto bike shop, you won't find many youth working here, a reminder that some businesses are still reeling from a shaky economy.
We've needed to shift our focus and actually support our full-time workers, allowing them to keep their positions year-round. And we've been hiring less youth.
Hoping to ride out the bumpy road ahead before opening more doors to new workers. Kamel Karamali, CTV News, Toronto.
All right, we're going to have our second break here on Your Morning Atlantic. On the other side of it, we'll have your must-see moment from TSN. Please stay with us.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back on this Monday morning. It's 6:25. It is time to check in with our friends at TSN Sports Center for today's must-see moment.
Hi, everyone. Mark Rowe inside the Sports Center newsroom with your must-see moment from Sunday. And for that, we're going to go to Philly as the Blue Jays were taking on the Phillies. It was tied in the extras, 11th inning. Bases loaded for Luis Arraez, who lines one to Nathan Lucas, who comes up throwing, and he guns out Garrett Stubbs to end the inning. What an incredible throw by Lucas. Unfortunately for the Blue Jays, they'd come up short and lose this one, but Nathan Lucas still earns your must-see moment from Sunday. And tonight on TSN, we've got Toronto Tempo basketball as they take on the Atlanta Dream. Tip-off is at 8 p.m. Eastern across the TSN network. That's all from the Sports Center newsroom. Have a great day.
This TSN must-see moment brought to you by J.R. Rahe's Furniture and Appliances.
Taking a look at our 3-day forecast for New Brunswick, 28 degrees today, a mix of sun and cloud, but we do have a chance of some isolated showers expected into the afternoon. 23 on Tuesday with scattered showers across the province, but sunshine returns midweek on Wednesday with a high of 26. For Nova Scotia, looking at a high of 29 degrees today, we have a bit of shower activity expected into the afternoon. 26 on Tuesday, a mix of sun and cloud, isolated showers expected to return, cooling down on Wednesday with 24 degrees with sunshine across the province. For Prince Edward Island, 23 degrees, isolated showers to start your day will clear, leaving sunshine. Isolated showers return, though, on Tuesday with a high of 24, 23 degrees on Wednesday with cloudy skies across the island. Time now is 6:26.
Ooh, still to come, the Monday edition of our Move Morning Chat. Today we're asking what's something you did not account for as you got older. That and so much more coming up on Your Morning Atlantic.
It's 6:30 on Monday, August 10th. Thank you so much for joining us. We're welcoming Crystal back, who's been off on vacation for 2 weeks.
Yes.
You had a good time.
I did.
Good.
Beach days.
Oh,
and
the best.
Our place in Cape Breton is really, it's 126 or 127 years old.
Nice.
So it's
Got
wonderful,
character.
but every night the electricity's not super great. So we lean into it. We had little candlelight dinners every night.
Oh, that's amazing.
It was so
that
romantic.
sounds magical.
Nice.
Yes.
That sounds fantastic. The weather's been so warm. I know I wasn't the only one searching out waterways. We were at 2 different lakes this weekend, plus the beach. It was glorious. Shout out to my neighbor, Bob, because he has a boat. And, you know, we've talked about how you love having a friend who has a pool or lakes at home or a boat. Anyways, I was very grateful for that because we were swimming in Lake Micmac Friday afternoon.
Nice.
The water was pristine. It felt almost like bath water. It was incredible.
Nice.
We swam to like an island.
Oh, magical.
That sounds magical.
Yeah.
We were on the boat for the boat parade for Chesterfield Days.
Oh,
My good friend Lyndon. And I have to say this year, the Strait it was boat chilly to jump in. Like I'd say it was only the high teens. Like closer to shore, you're going to get your 20 degrees. But I was shocked. It was pretty cold. I mean, beautiful, but still not as warm as it usually is.
Absolutely.
It'll be warming up a bit after this stretch.
Absolutely, yeah. We've definitely dealt with some hot, muggy weather. That continues in the forecast today, still under a heat warning for parts of Nova Scotia. Beautiful start to the day in Moncton. I know, it's gorgeous. 18 degrees right now. Mainly sunny skies expected throughout your day today, so you'll be holding on to sunshine. A great day to head out and explore. As of right now, it is 17 degrees in Fredericton, 20 starting off your day in Charlottetown, 19 right now in Halifax, a bit cooler in Labrador City at 15, and 9 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at our UV index for the Maritime region. We'll be tracking high to very high throughout the day today, so something to also keep in mind, sun safety for sure. Here's a look at that heat warning for western Nova Scotia, Halifax County throughout the day today. We do have a bit of precipitation moving in for parts of Atlantic Canada, though. Showers and a risk of thunderstorms for much of Labrador, showers and or drizzle for parts of Newfoundland, and looking at some scattered showers to start your day for parts of Nova Scotia early in the morning. Isolated showers for parts of Prince Edward Island to start your day, and then into the afternoon, we will be seeing a bit of shower activity expected for parts of Nova Scotia and parts of New Brunswick. Over to the wind forecast. As of right now, 26 kilometers per hour in North Cape. Looking at 13 in Edmonton, as well as into Yarmouth and Canso. 11 into Moncton, with no wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your forecast coming up, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thank you, Latavia. A suspect wanted for a shooting in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley is facing charges after police tracked him to a wooded area in a Halifax suburb. Just before noon Saturday, Halifax police issued a statement saying the suspect was believed to be involved in a shooting earlier in the day in South Farmington. At the time, the police force described the 31-year-old suspect as armed and dangerous. The Mounties issued an emergency alert about a half hour later, warning people in Bedford to stay inside and lock their doors. A witness was describing this scene by Sunnyside Mall to CTV News when the suspect was brought out in cuffs behind him.
All of a sudden, we see the cops coming. I turn around. I hear a big crash. I hear the car swerve into the parking lot here, Sunnyside parking lot, and it runs off. It comes up. It runs off into the woods here. So the cops didn't see him come up here. We were the only ones who saw him come up here. So the cops drove by Sunnyside Mall, and we ran onto the road and flagged them down. And so we flagged them down.
Oh my God!
Holy!
Oh my God! Yo, turn the camera on camera.
They got him.
Oh my God! We got him, boys. We got him, boys.
At around 1 p.m., the Mounties confirmed the suspect had been arrested, but few other details have been released since. Annapolis RCMP say they continue to investigate the reported shooting in South Farmington. No details on that incident has been released either. Police in Eastern PEI are investigating the sudden death of a man in Georgetown who was acting erratically in public before he lost consciousness. RCMP say they received a 911 call on Wednesday night. Firefighters and paramedics attempted to revive the man by performing CPR. Mounties say the 34-year-old from Kings County was pronounced dead, and the provincial coroner's office was later called in to determine the cause of the man's death. The PEI government is asking the public for help as the province's Environment Department begins a new study of the island's rarest reptile. The elusive and aptly named smooth green snake is known for its bright green color and sleek scales, but these small snakes are not easy to find. That's why the province is asking islanders to carefully collect any dead snakes that might resemble a smooth green snake and then call the Wildlife Department for pickup. As easy as that sounds, there is a catch. Adult smooth green snakes typically turn blue after they die, the result of their yellow pigment fading away. Well, it may still be summer, but in less than a month, most kids will be heading back to school, which means families are now feeling the pressure to purchase those must-have items. CTV's Paul Hollingsworth now with how to smooth out the back-to-school shopping season.
It's only early August, but the rush is already on to buy school supplies.
We would have liked the list for when all of the supplies were on sale.
According to the Retail Council of Canada, back-to-school shopping habits have changed in recent years.
Only 19% of the people we talked to said they'll finish it in one trip. Most anticipate 2 or 3 shopping trips, and that reflects the need to compare prices, visit different retailers.
Many parents now buy school supplies in June.
Shopping stretches across the entire summer season, with younger families starting earlier.
Marie Robertson's daughter starts school in September, making this her first go-around as a school supply shopper.
It's something that we plan for. We have to fit it into the budget.
When she finally gets her list from the school for what she needs to buy, Robertson plans to take a slow, steady approach.
Start working on those, buy things in little chunks so that's not all one big price at once.
Not only has the time frame for school supply shopping started earlier, but some of these supplies are getting more expensive, putting pressure on many families. The back-to-school retail market in Canada generates $4.5 billion each year. With prices climbing, retail analyst Bruce Winder urges parents to adopt strategies to save money.
Waiting for sales, starting early to get the sales, thrifting more, trying to make items last maybe 2 or 3 or 4 years, so not replacing items as often.
Winder says the online market for school supplies is also growing, providing parents with choices and deals as the school year inches closer. Paul Hollingsworth, CTV News, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia.
Thank you, Paul. That was me this weekend. In fact, he showed like 3 different stores. I was at all 3 of them this weekend trying to get stuff off the list. So we're at their parents, and it's hard. It's difficult. We have one child, and supplies are expensive, and you're trying to find the best deal, but then the list can be very hyper specific for things that you
Girl,
really need.
you need the red do-a-tang with pockets, the pink do-a-tang, no pockets. Yeah, oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You just wait, Latavia, it's coming.
We had to, oh my gosh. And then they said this item's available at the dollar store, went to the dollar store, couldn't find it. Very, very specific. But basically got most of it. But it did require hopping around.
It does. It's expensive. Sure. I did get markers, though, at a big box store that rhymes with Schmalmart for $2.
That's
$2
amazing.
for the washable Crayola markers. So I bought some. It's good to have on hand.
Oh, yeah.
You never know when you need to make a poster.
Right?
Or have the kids over.
And you got to entertain them.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, if you're buying all your school supplies, my hat's off to you. Good luck. Good luck out there.
Absolutely. Also cool about that snake. I saw a really cool snake in my own yard. I'm going to find the picture and show it on the show. It was a good one. It wasn't green, though.
Ooh, that is neat. Yeah, go to the province of PEI's Facebook page. You can find more details.
That's
where that photo is
interested
from.
in that, yeah.
Okay, still ahead. It is Monday, so we're going to talk about which film ruled the box office this weekend. Here's a hint. Tom Holland and Zendaya.
I saw it. It's good.
But which
You saw
one?
it?
Yeah.
Which one?
What do you mean, which one? Oh, I know what you mean now. Yes, yes.
They're in 2 films that are really, yeah. All right. But before that, it's the Good Morning Chat.
This is Windsor, Ontario, people. I've been running on this path a million times.
And you got the aches and pains to prove it.
Good morning and happy Monday. The time now is 6:42. We're taking a live look at St. John's, Newfoundland. Starting off at 9 degrees, we do have periods of drizzle expected early in the morning. Clearing, though, expecting a bit of sunshine into the afternoon. So as of right now, it is still warm for parts of the Maritime region. 20 degrees to start your day in Charlottetown. 19 degrees in Halifax with 17 currently in Fredericton. 18 degrees in Happy Valley Goose Bay with 15 in Corner Brook. Holding on to a heat warning remaining in effect for today for western Nova Scotia, the Tri-County area of, and into Halifax County, rather. We are going to see daytime highs ranging from 27 to 30 degrees. Factor in that humidex, still going to feel around 33 to 37. So make sure to stay hydrated. Keep in mind sun safety as we are still seeing sunshine for much of the Maritime region. Early in the morning, though, we do have some isolated showers expected for parts of Prince Edward Island, scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms for Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia. Steady shower activity expected for much of Labrador with a risk of thunderstorms and periods of drizzle and or light shower activity for parts of Newfoundland. Into the afternoon, still holding on to sunshine for much of the Maritime region. We do have some isolated showers expected to return for parts of New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and into Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, still holding on to a bit of precipitation, quite light in its activity, though. Into tonight, fog will continue to spread inland. We are going to see partly cloudy skies for the most part, a chance of showers remaining in the forecast for parts of New Brunswick. That takes us into early Tuesday morning. We are going to see sunshine returning to the forecast. Temperatures will be cooling back down, though, and we also have a bit of precipitation returning as well. If you are wondering about precipitation totals, the heaviest being into northwestern New Brunswick at 10 to 20 millimeters, 2 to 5 millimeters for North Mountain, and then seeing around 5 to 10 millimeters of accumulation for much of Labrador. And then for Newfoundland, the heaviest being 10 to 20 millimeters into Port aux Basques. For forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs will be ranging from 26 degrees in Edmonton up to 29. Mainly sunny start to your day with isolated showers expected into the afternoon. For Prince Edward Island, 23 degrees is your daytime high in Surrey up to 27. Isolated showers start off your day but will clear out later this morning, leaving mainly sunny skies. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, daytime highs will range from 22 degrees in Cheticamp up to 27. Scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud this afternoon. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, pretty much the same, but starting off the day with sunshine. Isolated showers expected into the afternoon for mainland Nova Scotia, with daytime highs between 24 degrees in Yarmouth up to 29 in Halifax and Shelburne. And then for Labrador City, steady showers throughout your day today with a risk of thunderstorms, a high of 19, with 14 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland. Periods of drizzle to start your day, clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to the Move Morning Chat.
Crash and Sarah joining us for the Move Morning Chat on this Friday morning, really short work week. We're asking this morning about what's something you did not account for as you got up there in age, as you got older. And Sarah, you have a particular story about this.
I have to ask if anybody else's thighs are out of control this summer. Like I'm at the point. Out of control. I need pants back. It's the main reason I am done with summer. We need pants back. The shorts are not doing it. The last few years, a couple especially, the thigh rubbing situation in shorts or under dresses, if you forget shorts or if you have to run it has gone off the deep end in a way that can only be remedied by having fabric. Like I need more and more fabric. I need it extended. I need all we can get. And when you're shopping for shorts, you're like, if we need 5 inches at least. Otherwise we cannot team up. More than ever this summer, I feel like I'm seeing a pair of shorts I pull out of the drawer and I'm like, we can't do it. We are over. This relationship is done. You're not going to cut it. And so that's something. Every single summer, more and more, something I did not account for. The older and older I get, suddenly you have to buy all new shorts and friction sticks and all these products just to survive summer.
Yes.
I need back.
Oh, it's happening out here. I feel similar. I need a little more fabric. I didn't account for the fact that as I get older, I would actually enjoy the feeling of having socks in my sandals. And I know that that's like a faux pas and everybody's like, oh, you don't want to do that. But I got the slides on and then in the early morning, I'm like, you know what? I want my feet to be a little warmer. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair, I guess. Yeah, I'm someone who runs cold even like during summer. So I understand the need for some socks, but maybe not in the sandals.
Yeah.
Not until you try it.
I have tried it. All right, what about you, Amanda?
Okay, well, number one, Sarah, have you heard of Glide?
Yes. I should have shares.
Okay, good. The Glide's not working. I was going to say for people who don't know what it is, it looks like this like stick of deodorant that you can wear that's really good if you like to do running outside and you have, like if your thighs like to join together, it's very good for creating more friction, though it does look odd when you
I asked Amanda for that suggestion, especially postpartum. I was getting chub rub, like the friction, the itchiness when working out, and I've never looked back. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, something I didn't have to account for as I got older was the price of dyeing your hair.
Oh. Yeah.
I've never dyed my hair before until it was like my mid 30s because I started to get these like little flecks of gray, and I remember the timing because Latavia was pregnant with the twins, and I started like plucking the grays because I was like, what is this little bugger doing here? Like, it needs to be gone. And then I realized I was plucking too much and I had to address it with my hairdresser, so that I've had to start dyeing my hair, which is very, very costly, and you have to do it consistently because it grows back.
And you don't want to pluck too much because then you end up looking like this, and that's no good. That's what happened. I started with the grays. And then...
Take it from him.
That's the reason behind it.
I'm trying. All right, well, for me, I guess it's the aches and pains that comes with adulthood. I didn't know that if I slept wrong one night, I'd wake up with a crooked neck or a back pain for rocking my child to sleep. It's so bad. I remember when I came back postpartum, especially after having kids, on top of it, I had to go to a chiropractor to get help. Yeah, that's how bad it gets sometimes. Sit up straight.
I hurt my back just standing in the kitchen the other day. Just standing there.
Exactly. All right, well, we're going to throw this question over to our viewers now. We want to know, what is something you did not account for as you got older? Text us at 10400. We'll share that answer a little later.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Welcome back. The time now is we're going to rewind. Yes. 6:53 to start your day right now. Time to head over to Hollywood. Let's go.
What is happening to me?
Spider-Man still dominating box offices around the world 2 weeks after release. It's now the 12th highest grossing movie ever worldwide, with $1.67 billion in ticket sales. Marvel is owned by Disney, the parent company of ABC News.
Ithaca's king is coming back. No, he's not.
Meanwhile, The Odyssey became director Christopher Nolan's highest grossing movie ever, with $1.1 billion.
To finding true love on the least romantic night of the year.
Hitting theaters over the weekend, One Night Only, the romantic comedy starring Callum Turner and Monica Barbaro, debuted to $5.7 million at the box office. And Barbie is honoring Whitney Houston with a signature collector doll. The doll comes with the iconic singer's dress from the I Wanna Dance with Somebody music video and a mic stand. And happy birthday to Angie Harmon, who turns 54 today. Allison Cossack, ABC News, New York.
All right, well, a majority of Canadians use at least one social media platform every week. But what if you got kicked off of the platform and couldn't use it regularly and had a hard time getting back on?
Yeah, well, here's the deal. It's for a lot of people having that problem, and CTV's Pat Foran has the news you can use.
Letitia Van Roombeck of Toronto has had her Instagram account for 16 years. She uses it to post photos and videos and stay in touch with contacts she's made around the world. It's why 2 months ago she was shocked when she was locked out of her account.
My sister texted me, I was at work, and she goes, "Did you delete your Instagram? Disable your Instagram?" And I was like, "What?" So I quickly go on Instagram and I see a page that says your account's been disabled.
Van Roombeck says her account was blocked after she was told she had posted something that violated community guidelines. She felt she hadn't, and when her mother tried to help her back on the platform, she was locked out.
She tried to start another account and the same message came through. So it's almost like it banned her from Instagram totally for no reason.
Van Roombeck was not told what post caused the problems. Meta Pro Team said in an email, Meta already acknowledged an error with your Instagram account. You cannot request another review. Meta has finalized their decision.
It's just so derailing for something that's been my go-to for 16 years since I'm since I'm a teen to an adult now.
No one really knows why their accounts were suspended.
Technology analyst Carmi Levy says most content on social media platforms is reviewed by AI bots, so they can misinterpret photos as being offensive when they're completely harmless. He says once you're kicked off a platform, it can be almost impossible to get back on.
There are no humans involved in this process. AI determines that the account is over the line. AI determines whether they get reinstated or not, and there's simply no opportunity to speak to a human who can help them.
Van Roombeck is glad she has some of her precious memories from other sources, but says Meta should be using people to flag inappropriate content and not AI.
I just hope that they get humans on it and bad guys out, good guys keep their stuff.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
It's Monday, August 10th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, arrest made. A suspect wanted for a shooting in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley is facing charges after police tracked him to a wooded area in Bedford. We'll have the details ahead in your news headlines.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. Thank you so much for joining us. The time now is 7 o'clock, and we are starting off a new work week. Welcome back.
Thank you. Great to be here. Did I miss anything exciting while I was gone?
I'm trying to think. The days blur together sometimes.
No, just a heat warning, which you experienced, in your own right, so.
I will just say, I mentioned it on top of the 6 o'clock, but I'll mention it again. People in Cape Breton love you ladies.
Yay!
That's awesome to hear.
In the parade. I wasn't in the parade. I was watching the parade, and a couple of people on floats were like, "Oh my gosh, Crystal, we watch the show every day."
That's awesome.
Big shout out to Brody, who was doing the grounds for Chestico Days. Big shout out to the people at the Broad Cove concert, and also to the people at the Kaylee at the Chestico Museum.
Kaylee,
Nice.
fun.
Yeah.
Sounds like fun events for sure.
There was so much fun, yeah. And it's still, we've got a lot of August left. Lots of fun to do that
Absolutely,
still.
yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
The Debisons are from Cape Breton. My dad's side of the family, Glace Bay, Leeches Creek.
Wow.
Yeah, and way back when my great-grandfather used to be the city engineer, actually.
Well,
That's
Yeah, it's
very
a,
cool.
It's a neat story.
Well,
yeah.
great to hear
For
that we
another
have
time.
a lot of viewership there. And so everybody in Cape Breton, good morning. We love you.
Absolutely. It's going to be another hot one for much of the region today, specifically in the Maritime region. Nova Scotia, parts of Nova Scotia still under a heat warning today.
Sticky,
It's going to remain that way. Blockhouse is under that heat warning for today, starting off at 21 degrees. Lots of sunshine expected throughout your day today, mainly sunny skies. For the rest of the Maritime region, already beginning to heat up as well. 19 degrees in Halifax with 20 in Charlottetown, 18 degrees in Moncton with 18 in Cartwright, 13 starting off your day in St. Anthony. For the Maritime region, the UV index will remain high to very high throughout your day today. And here's a look at that heat warning that remains in effect for parts of Nova Scotia. Maybe we'll get there. I don't know why this won't go. There we go. Oh, I went too quick. All right, here we go. So for Western Nova Scotia, Halifax County, this is throughout the day today. So something to be aware of when you are heading out. Make sure to stay hydrated. Sunshine for much of the Maritime region to start your day, although we do have some scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms for parts of Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia. Newfoundland, Labrador dealing with showers, a risk of thunderstorms, showers and or drizzle for parts of Newfoundland. For our wind forecast, going to remain quite light today for all three Maritime provinces. 26 kilometers per hour right now in North Cape, with 13 in Canso and Yarmouth, 11 into Moncton and Edmundston, with no wind gusts to report. We'll take another look at your forecast coming up, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. A suspect wanted for a shooting in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley is facing charges after police tracked him to a wooded area in a Halifax suburb. Just before noon Saturday, Halifax police issued a statement saying the suspect was believed to be involved in a shooting earlier in the day in South Farmington. At the time, police force described the 31-year-old suspect as armed and dangerous. The Mounties issued an emergency alert about a half hour later, warning people in Bedford to stay inside and lock their doors. As you can see, there was a large police presence in the area that morning. A witness was describing the scene by Sunnyside Mall to CTV News when the suspect was brought out in cuffs behind him. Take a look.
All of a sudden, we see the cops coming. I turn around. I hear a big crash. I hear the car swerve into the parking lot here, Sunnyside parking lot, and it runs off. It comes up. It runs off into the woods here. So the cops didn't see him come up here. We were the only ones who saw him come up here. So the cops drove by Sunnyside Mall, and we ran onto the road and flagged them down. And so we flagged them down.
Oh my God, they got him. Oh my God, yo, turn the camera. On camera.
They got him.
They got him. Oh my God, we got him, boys. We got him, boys.
At around 1 p.m., the Mounties confirmed the suspect had been arrested, but a few other details have been released since. Annapolis RCMP say they continue to investigate the reported shooting in South Farmington. Mounties have not released any details on that case either, including if anyone was hurt. RCMP in Nova Scotia also investigating recent thefts of copper wire that have caused phone and internet outages, as well as significant property damage. The Mounties say that between July 28th and August 4th, they responded to telecommunications lines that were cut and stolen from two separate locations in Colchester County, resulting in phone and internet outages in and around Debert and Masstown. In Cumberland County, a power line was cut and pulled from the ground outside a building near Southampton on or around August 4th. And on the same day, RCMP in Hants County were called to a vacant building in Hantsport, where copper cable was stolen, resulting in significant damage to the building's electrical system. The New Brunswick wood carving competition and sale returned to St. Andrews by the Sea this weekend for its 20th edition. And as CTV's Avery McRae shows us, the annual event continues to grow with a record-setting year of wooden wonders.
Of the over 270 entries in this year's competition, few garnered more attention than this handcrafted giraffe table. It took crafter Alice Casey 10 years to complete.
That's in memory of my mom that loves giraffes.
How proud are you of that creation in honor of your mother?
Oh my gosh, Mom up there, I'm sure you're so proud.
The 20th rendition of the New Brunswick wood carving competition and sale featured a record 277 entries created by a new benchmark of 95 carvers. The whittled wood is transformed into all different types of creations, with birds and marine life being popular picks.
I like to think it's the second largest show of its kind in Canada.
Volunteer Gord Willett says the event draws carvers from across the region, Ontario, Quebec, and the Northeast United States. The contest itself is broken into various categories and classes, from new woodworker wonders to maple masterpieces, with some top prizes earning as much as $1,500.
One year we had something like $13,000 in purchase awards. So that's advertised across the country, and the money attracts people.
Willett says there are few things more satisfying than hand carving, something new carver Trudy Gallagher is already learning just 3 months into the craft.
I'm having a lot of fun. It can be really hard sometimes when you realize that one side is not as even as the other side, but I've always loved the smell of wood, and I think just sitting there and carving is very meditative.
The event also features various workshops and demonstrations, allowing anyone interested a chance to learn the art. For Casey, it's what keeps her going at the young age of 77.
I have no aches and pains when I get up in the morning and no aches and pains when I go to bed at night. And it's all because I stay active and my mindset is something, going on, creating every day.
Whittle by whittle on her way to her next woodworking wonder. Avery McCrae, CTV News, St. Andrews, New Brunswick.
Whittle
by whittle.
Good job, Avery McCrae.
He really had the great assignments with the sandcastle competition and the carving. Okay, this is also exciting. Your Morning Atlantic in Clearwater, they're teaming up to celebrate 50 years of seafood. So founded back in 1976 as a small lobster retailer in Nova Scotia, Clearwater has grown into one of North America's largest seafood companies. And in honor of their 50th anniversary, one lucky viewer will win 50 pounds of lobster. That's enough to share with family and friends. So scan that QR code or go to our website and enter right now. Good luck to you.
Yum, yum, yum.
Pounds of lobster?
Ooh, what a treat.
That's a feed.
Yum.
That's a great prize.
It is.
And congratulations to Clearwater, 50 years in business. That's
incredible.
Something to celebrate for sure.
Absolutely, yeah. What a milestone.
Makes me want to have a really nice meal to celebrate.
It sure does. Lobster.
Yeah. Oh boy, we're in the middle of lobster eating season, that's for sure. Latavia has more on the forecast and the heat that's lingering today on this Monday morning. Also still ahead this half hour. Off to the races. Jester Race Week will be hitting the waters of Mahone Bay. We're going to get those details, but first we're going to take a live look at, it's a delicious sight. It's Meat Cove.
It's beautiful.
In Cape Breton. The forecast is next.
Good morning, Atlantic Canada. The time now is 7:12. We're taking a live look at Summerside. Mainly cloudy start to your day. Currently 20 degrees, and we are expecting some isolated showers early in the morning. That will clear out. Cloud coverage will clear as well, leaving sunshine in your area a little bit later on. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. 19 degrees to start your day in Halifax. We're looking at 16 degrees right now in Yarmouth, 18 in Moncton with 17 in Fredericton, 15 degrees in Labrador City, and 9 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Heat warning remains in place for western Nova Scotia and Halifax County throughout the day today. Seeing daytime highs range from 27 to 30. Factor in that humidity, going to feel closer to 33 to 37. Over to our forecast timeline. We are going to see lots of sunshine for parts of the Maritime region, but we do have a bit of shower activity to start your day. Some isolated showers expected for parts of Prince Edward Island, scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms early in the morning for parts of Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia. Expected to clear out, though, into the afternoon. Now, Newfoundland and Labrador dealing with wet weather as well. We do have showers and a risk of thunderstorms for much of Labrador today. Showers and or periods of drizzle for parts of Newfoundland. Now, into the afternoon, we do have a bit of shower activity returning to the Maritime region. Isolated showers expected for northern and central New Brunswick. Only around a 30% chance of it happening, though. Same thing goes for parts of Cape Breton Island, eastern Nova Scotia, and Prince Edward Island. That will take us into tonight. We are going to see partly cloudy skies. Fog will redevelop overnight, and a bit of shower activity clearing out, though, early into Tuesday morning, as we will be seeing sunshine start off the day. Temperatures cooling back down for our daytime highs, and we are going to see a chance of showers return in the forecast. If you are wondering about precipitation totals, heaviest being into the northwestern region of New Brunswick, 10 to 20 millimeters expected. Quite light for North Mountain at around 2 to 5 millimeters. We are expecting around 5 to 10 millimeters for parts of Labrador. Heaviest for Newfoundland being 10 to 20 millimeters for Port aux Basques. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs remaining above seasonal today, ranging from 26 degrees in Edmonton up to 29. Mainly sunny start to your day. A low chance of showers expected into the afternoon for the central and northern region of the province. For Prince Edward Island, isolated showers to start your day, clearing out, though, leaving mainly sunny skies this afternoon. Daytime highs between 23 degrees in Surrey up to 27. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, some scattered showers and risk of thunderstorms early in the morning, clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud into the afternoon. Daytime highs between 23 degrees in Canso, 21 in Cheticamp, up to 28 expected into Sheet Harbour. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, mainly sunny start to your day. We are expecting some isolated showers for mainland Nova Scotia this afternoon, with daytime highs between 24 degrees in Yarmouth, up to 30 in Halifax. And then for Labrador City, we're looking at a high of 20 degrees today, although we do have showers and a risk of thunderstorms expected throughout the day. 14 degrees into St. John's, Newfoundland, periods of drizzle expected, clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. All right, we're going to take a look at our campfire conditions, and that is brought to you by Pine Acres RV, where customers become friends. Burning is allowed across the province of New Brunswick throughout the day today. In terms of Nova Scotia, burning is allowed for parts of the province around 2 p.m. to 8 a.m. Indicated in the yellow for our graphic, though, burning is only allowed and restricted between 7 p.m. to 8 a.m. For Prince Edward Island, we're looking at burning being restricted across the island today around 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. So always make sure to check for a fire ban. Always check for municipal bylaws. Keep fires small and under control. Never leave a fire unattended, and make sure that you put out the fire before going to bed or leaving your campsite.
On the West Coast, wildfires continue to rage this morning, and RCMP are confirming one person has died as a result of the fire in Summerland, BC. An 80-year-old woman died while trying to escape the Bald Range fire with a family member. She was among more than 20,000 people ordered to flee their homes Friday night after the fire erupted hours earlier and raced toward the communities of Summerland and Peachland. Dozens of people had to be rescued by aircraft. Fire officials report a number of structures have been lost in the Summerland area. Staying in British Columbia, a toddler in that province remains in hospital this morning after being attacked by a bear. The 3-year-old girl was in her backyard when the animal mauled her. The child's father was able to fend off the bear, and the child was airlifted to hospital in Vancouver. She is expected to make a full recovery. Canadian trade negotiators will be back at the negotiating table today, trying to hammer out a deal with the United States to avoid a new round of tariffs set to hit next week. And as CTV's Michael Saperio reports, he has the latest on the concessions many might be willing to make to get the deal done.
It's a question now being asked. What concessions are Canadians willing to make?
I don't know what we could give that would ensure that we didn't have economic pain.
With trade talks entering another week, industry sources tell CTV News Ottawa is considering making concessions on U.S. cars and U.S. booze to avoid a new 50% tariff that would be applied on August 19.
I don't think we should be making any concessions.
I don't know. We've already done a lot.
There's going to have to be something.
This Sunday, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre released an early morning letter addressed to the Prime Minister. It warns Mark Carney against giving any ground to the U.S. unless concessions lead to free trade access for Canadian lumber, steel, cars, and aluminum. In the letter stating, Our message is clear. We want the win and the good deal you promised 15 months ago. Canadians deserve a government that has the backbone to fight for our workers, our families, and every inch of our sovereignty. But it's unclear if free trade is even possible. For the past year, U.S. officials have been very clear they are committed to tariffs. And that's led some to believe free trade, as Canadians have known it, is dead.
That's gone. I think what we're going to see now is some kind of broadly managed trade agreement where the three countries can put limits on how much they export.
For now, focused on the current round of trade talks to avoid the immediate tariff threat. Michael Serapio, CTV News, Ottawa.
And we'll have another break here on Your Morning Atlantic. When we return, we'll get details on Chester Race Week happening on Nova Scotia's South Shore. And that's on the other side of this break. Please stay with us.
Welcome back. It's 7:22, and it's time to get ready to set sail. An iconic summer event is back on Nova Scotia's South Shore. The Atlantic Yacht Sales Chester Race Week returns to the waters of Mahone Bay later this week. Over the course of 4 days, the community will welcome sailors, spectators, and visitors to the region for world-class racing and vibrant shoreside festivities. And to learn more about the event, we welcome Dan Conrad, the on-water chair for Chester Race Week. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, such a pleasure. I've never been to Chester Race Week.
You're missing out.
I know I'm missing out. Tell me what I'm missing.
Yeah, so you know what? Chester Race Week has a little bit of everything for everybody. We're incredibly fortunate. It's a beautiful body of water. I suspect many of our audience today have been down to Chester, seen the area, but we offer highly competitive racing for the World Cup athletes, the Olympians, but we also offer sailing for newcomers to the sport. And so we've got a really, really vibrant registration this year. We've got 137 boats.
Whoa.
And so that's some of the on-water stuff. And then we've got some great on-land activities as well.
Okay, well, let's talk about, first of all, there are different classes of racing, right? So, describe a little bit of what happens there.
Yeah, so we've got 137 boats registered, and those 137 boats actually race on 5 different race courses.
Okay.
So those 5 different race courses kind of spread out over Mahone Bay. We've got one group that sails inside Chester Harbor, and then the rest kind of just go between Tancook and Quaker and Meisner Island. So we separate them out. Some boats are identical to each other, and so those would be called one design boats, and so they would race against each other. And then other boats would have a handicap very similar to golf, which allows us to basically let them sail their race, and when they all come back in, they have a corrected time.
We're seeing some images of the racing. I mean, certainly the craft are beautiful. It does look like it's quite physical to be able to handle the water, the boats in different conditions, and it would be challenging for sure. What about on land? What can people look forward to?
Yeah, so we've got a great on-land setup this year, and so we've got a couple of different things. One, we've got the moms market, and dads, you are welcome to attend, but we've got the moms market 11 a.m. until 7 p.m. on a daily basis. We also have we have live music starting at 2:30 every single day at the Yacht Club. And then in the evening, we go to a bracelet event, but basically we have a live band every single evening starting at 9 o'clock. So we've got something basically at the Yacht Club all day long, and lots of great community events as well.
Well, I know that you were telling me your family has had a cottage in Chester for a long, long time. You've been at so many race weeks, more than 20 for sure.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
For people out there who've never been like myself, why is this so special?
Yeah, so Chester Race Week is this really unique opportunity to, one, bring the community together, but at the same time offer really highly competitive racing. And I talk about really highly competitive racing. We do have a division for non-competitive racers, so if you own a boat and you want to come down for the first time, we'd love to have you. But it's just a great opportunity to get people together, and so I'll see many familiar faces that I just haven't seen yet this year, and that's really what Race Week is all about.
Well, Dan, thank you so much for coming in today. Good luck with this year's festivities. We put the website on ours so you can get all the details. You're more than welcome to join in. Maybe this year you watch, next year you're out on the boat. We'll find out. At 7:26, we'll take a break and have more of our show after this.
Coming up in this half hour, soaking up the sun on pristine water. Brienne hits the water for a fun kayaking adventure, and you can too. We'll have those details just ahead here on Your Morning Atlantic.
Good morning. 7:30, halfway through the show. Gosh, those images of Brienne kayaking look peaceful.
I know.
Lovely. That looks like a nice thing to do.
Absolutely. I love
It's all about the watercraft today. We've got the Chester Race Week.
I know, right?
Kayaking. I think I'd love to go see Chester Race Week. The sailing looks like a lot of fun.
Chester's just a beautiful spot to visit, no matter the time of year. Just a quick note, we do have a power outage to report in the Truro area. About 9,000 Nova Scotia Power customers off the grid. They're investigating the cause, but the estimated restoration time is around 9 a.m. That's according to the utilities website. But yeah, 9,000 people without power this morning in the Truro area.
That's significant.
Transmission interruption is what they say.
Okay, gosh, well.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
So if you're watching us, we're glad that you have power.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we've got that power outage in Truro. The other news people need to prepare for is the weather, because it's still really hot and muggy.
Yes, we still have a heat warning in effect for parts of Nova Scotia at least. We are going to see pretty warm temperatures for our daytime highs within the Maritime region above seasonal today. So here's a look at Masstown. I actually visited Masstown for the first time in my life.
Did you get an ice cream?
Did you get the food?
No, I didn't. But I went into the Masstown market, super busy, super packed.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
The salt and pepper shakers that they have there, adorable.
Oh, yeah, I wish I knew.
It's great.
Oh,
well, and get an ice cream, because they have a jillion flavors, and they'll load up that cone like it's value.
I heard, and I saw those big ice cream cones. Delish. All right, well, 18 degrees to start your day there. A bit cloudy early this morning. We'll be seeing sunshine a little bit later before a chance of isolated showers expected to move in. 20 degrees in Charlottetown with 19 in Halifax, 18 starting off your day in Moncton, 15 degrees in Labrador City, and 9 into St. John's, Newfoundland. We are holding on to sunshine within the Maritime region. The UV index will be tracking high to very high throughout your day today. And here's a look at that heat warning remaining in effect today for the western region of Nova Scotia as well as into Halifax County. A chance of showers for parts of the Maritime region early in the morning for parts of Cape Breton and eastern Nova Scotia. And then we are going to see steady showers across much of Labrador, a risk of thunderstorms, showers and or drizzle to start your day for parts of Newfoundland. Over to the current wind forecast for the Maritime region, remaining quite light for all 3 Maritime provinces today. 20 kilometers per hour into North Cape with 13 in Charlottetown and Yarmouth, 11 into Edmundston, Moncton and Greenwood. No wind gusts to notify you of. We'll take another look at your long-range forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
A suspect wanted for a shooting in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley is facing charges after police tracked him to a wooded area in a Halifax suburb over the weekend. Just before noon Saturday, Halifax police issued a statement saying the suspect was believed to be involved in a shooting earlier in the day in South Farmington. At the time, the police force described the 31-year-old suspect as armed and dangerous. The Mounties issued an emergency alert about a half hour later, warning people in Bedford to stay inside and lock their doors. A witness was describing the scene by Sunnyside Mall to CTV News when the suspect was brought out in cuffs right behind him.
All of a sudden, we see the cops coming. I turn around. I hear a big crash. I hear the car swerve into the parking lot here, Sunnyside parking lot, and it runs off. It comes up. It runs off into the woods here. So the cops didn't see him come up here. We were the only ones who saw him come up here. So the cops drove by Sunnyside Mall, and we ran onto the road and flagged them down. And so we flagged them down.
Oh my God, they got him. Oh my God. Yo, turn the camera. On camera.
They got him.
They got him. Oh my God, we got him, boys. We got him, boys.
At around 1 p.m., the Mounties confirmed the suspect had been arrested, but a few other details have been released since. Annapolis RCMP say they continue to investigate the reported shooting in South Farmington. Mounties have not released any details this morning on that case either, including if anyone was hurt. A clinical trial for a new vaccine targeting the deadly Ebola virus has begun in Nova Scotia. Health Canada has authorized Moderna to conduct the phase 1 trial, which started when a volunteer in Truro received the first vaccination last Monday. The company expects to enroll 80 volunteers in Truro, Halifax, and Toronto. The participants will not be exposed to the virus during the trial, which is designed to evaluate the vaccine's safety, determine dosages, and monitor for side effects. Now to the girls of summer. Some of the best women's softball teams from Ontario to Newfoundland were in Dartmouth over the weekend for the Eastern Canadian Softball Championship. CTV's Valentine King-Beza brings us the sights and sounds of a tournament that celebrated competition, community, and shared love of the game.
We have been in Dartmouth hosting the Eastern Canadian Championships for Intermediate Women as a she-devil organization that's been around since 1998. And I have developed my own personal greatest friendships through softball. And I get to watch other teams feel the same way, cheering each other on. We have an entire community that has come out to watch this and support it. We have a U15 team that has taken care of the entire barbecue.
Now batting number 13, Haley.
The Eastern Canadian Championship is a tournament of club teams from Ontario to Newfoundland.
We're Team Akita from Newfoundland. I just joined this year, and they're so welcoming. Love them.
We are the women's team for Oromocto Silverbacks. We're kind of a provincial team, meaning like we have players from kind of all over just because we don't have a lot of women's teams in New Brunswick.
My name is Mia Rose and I am announcing, like helping the team out, collecting the balls, giving it, exchanging it for candy.
We're friends with the team that is hosting this tournament, so we decided to help out. So we're running the canteen. We all play for the She Devils. Yeah, it's been really fun here.
This weekend has been nothing short of pretty smooth considering everything that could have gone wrong. And the teams have all been wonderful and supportive of each other, and it's been wonderful to see.
We got Sarah Power. She got hit last game. She got back up, and she just won the top batter award. She's great.
To me, it means everything. I put in a lot of work the past couple years for this, and I couldn't have done it without the girls and my coach, Turk. He's also my dad, so.
I thought it was incredible. Nova Scotia is amazing, and I think every team deserves something. It was a great tournament. I worked out really hard before this tournament, and it just really means everything to me to win the MVP of the tournament.
Well done, ladies. And if that sounds familiar, it's because late last week we did have the She Devils on the show. You were on vacation, Crystal. So we're happy to hear that the tournament went so well.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, and the Dartmouth She Devils, they're already looking ahead. So dedicated softball field is currently under construction for them. Yeah, and the organization hopes to have its own facility, or hopes having its own facility will help open up the doors to hosting even bigger events in the future, possibly a national event as well.
Well, for the first year ever, I did go witness the splendor of it. U9 softball for girls in Cape Breton.
Ooh, how was that?
Elizabeth, who we had on our show doing the announcing for the race.
Yes. Oh, yes.
She was there. She did great. But the uniforms were awesome.
I could imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look so good.
Very good. Very fun.
Good on them for competing in the heat.
Yes.
Too.
That was a hot weekend for sure. Okay, this is a fun little story. Ottawa firefighters got a unique call for help last week. A passerby called emergency responders after noticing a bird tangled in fishing line. But it's a good news story because the water rescue team was able to use a boat and launch and get the bird. It was a belted kingfisher. Wow. They were able to get the bird, release it, and they made arrangements to a care facility, kind of like the equivalent of Hope for Wildlife, to make sure the bird was okay. But I guess everything worked out just fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Glad they were able to help.
So if you see a creature in distress, make the call, and yeah, you can save their life, and yeah, it's good news.
Emergency responders, you never know what call you're going to be responding to.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow. All right. We want to bring you back to the Move Morning Chat. If you missed our conversation with Sarah and Crash, we always have it around 6:45. We share what we have to say, but we want to hear what you have to say. We're asking about what's something you did not account for as you got older. Mine was the price of hair dye. Crystal, what was yours?
Oh, I would say just the fact that I would need reading glasses. and like really need them.
Really?
Like, like I am blind as a bat. And we're small print now. Like I'm going to get my son doesn't have to get my kids to read. What does this say? How much is a dose on this? 1 tablet for 4 hours? You're like, yeah, brutal.
Oh no.
I know.
Well, that's a good point. Do you find the prescription changes too quickly, or?
It varies, I guess. For me, slight change.
You wear glasses, eh? You never know.
I
do sometimes see you in glasses.
Sometimes I'm like.
But you always have. It's not like a recent thing.
No, it's the last like 5 years.
Really?
Maybe. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's real. This one over here is still 20/20 vision.
20/20.
Sharp as an eagle.
We'll see for how long.
You guys are like, your time's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, still ahead, we'll have a look at just how hot it's going to get on this Monday. It is going to be hot. That's the spoiler alert there. So maybe you'll want to cool off out on the water. You could do this, have a little summer adventure. You can kayak with Brienne. We're your friends.
What a beautiful image.
We're going to tell you where you can do this coming up after the break. Please stay with us.
Good morning and happy Monday. The time now is 7:44. Taking a live look at Grand Bay Westfield. 15 degrees to start your day. Seeing sunshine early in the morning. We do have a low chance of some isolated showers expected into the afternoon. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. As of right now, it is 19 degrees starting off your day in Halifax, 17 in Sydney, 20 degrees in Charlottetown with 17 in Fredericton, 15 degrees in Labrador City, 16 over in Corner Brook. Still have a heat warning remaining for the western region of Nova Scotia, Halifax County throughout the day today. Seeing daytime highs range from 27 to 30 degrees. Factor in that humidex between 33 to 37. All right, here's a look at our forecast timeline. Sunshine for much of the Maritimes to start your day. We do have a bit of precipitation early in the morning, though. A very low chance of shower activity expected for parts of Prince Edward Island. For Cape Breton Island, we are looking at some scattered showers. A risk of thunderstorms to start your day will clear out into the afternoon. Steady showers expected across much of Labrador with a risk of thunderstorms and a chance of showers and or periods of drizzle to start your day for parts of Newfoundland. Clearing out, seeing some sunshine return for Newfoundland into the afternoon. Now into the Maritime region, a low chance of showers expected for the central and northern region of New Brunswick this afternoon. Into parts of mainland Nova Scotia, looking at some isolated showers. That will continue throughout this evening before tapering off, leaving sunshine in the forecast for Saturday. I wish it was the weekend. No, not the case. For Tuesday's forecast, looking at a mix of sun and cloud returning before a chance of showers into the afternoon. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, seeing 10 to 20 millimeters for the northwestern region of New Brunswick, quite light for North Mountain at around 2 to 5 millimeters. And then for Labrador, we are seeing around 5 to 10 millimeters of precipitation, heaviest for Newfoundland being 10 to 20 for Port aux Basques. For a forecast today for New Brunswick, daytime highs above seasonal today yet again. Mainly sunny skies to start your day. We are going to see isolated showers expected for the central and northern region of the province into the afternoon, with highs between 26 in Edmonton up to 29 today. For Prince Edward Island, isolated showers start off your day will clear, though, leaving mainly sunny skies for the remainder. Daytime highs between 23 degrees in Surrey up to 27. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, we do have some scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms, clearing, though, into the afternoon, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Daytime highs between 23 degrees in Canso, 21 in Cheticamp, all the way up to 28 in Sheet Harbour. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, mainly sunny start to your day. Mainland Nova Scotia expecting some isolated showers into the afternoon. Highs between 24 degrees in Yarmouth up to 30 in Halifax. Labrador City looking at 20 degrees today. Showers and a risk of thunderstorms throughout your day. 14 into St. John's, Newfoundland, looking at periods of drizzle, clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Brienne.
We are here in Timberley at Lunar Adventures, and I'm so excited to be here. I didn't know this existed, so we thank Mira Downey, the owner of this company, for having us today. Thank you so much, Mira.
You're welcome.
Welcome. Yes, welcome, and you're welcome. I love it. What is Lunar Adventures?
Lunar Adventures is a place where you come and you rent watercrafts. We have e-bikes. It's community oriented, so we have a lot of people from the community that come here to support us. We also cater to tourists that travel into Nova Scotia. We try to be accessible, so we welcome everyone, all walks of life. We're actually starting to do accessible paddling this year in a couple weeks. We're launching that, so we have an instructor that's going to come. It's going to be free for those who have like disabilities or, you know, mental issues or whatever.
Look at that. That's amazing because everyone wants to get out in the water, especially in this beautiful weather, right? This isn't your only location, though.
No, we are also in Dartmouth, Cole Harbour on Morris Lake, and we opened that last year, and it's doing fairly well.
Obviously, people love to be out and about in Nova Scotia on the water. Why are water sports so much fun for people to participate in?
I think because it's easy to learn and cools people down, I guess. I mean, on a hot day like this, maybe not so much, but yeah, it's easy to learn, and it's, you know, people bring their friends, their family. It's something you could do for socialization, and it's active.
So this location on St. Margaret's Bay has been here for 4 years, you said. How has the community kind of revolved around you and participated?
We've had like different community events, I guess, so people come out and support us. We had a couple barbecues. We also just launched discount programs for communities, so anyone who's serviced the community, military, police, firefighters, Nova Scotia Health employees, also seniors and students, university students. So anyone between Monday and Friday gets 20% off to come and they get some savings. So that's new. That's been bringing in a lot of people actually and keeping us busy. So very happy for the support and hope to, you know, be here for a long time.
Amazing. Well, why was it that you started this? Why did you feel the need here in Timberley?
This lake really is kind of closed off to the public. There's not really much access to it. So we came across the opportunity to let's start something for the community. We enjoyed kayaking ourselves, really. And then we were getting so busy that we weren't using the kayaks in our garage. And then one day it was like, maybe we should sell them. And he's like, well, maybe you should rent them out. I just started looking into it and found this place, and then it just grew bigger than we thought it was going to go. Yeah, so enjoying kayaking myself and turning into a business for everyone else to enjoy.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for having us here today. People can visit the website. We have linked that on ours as well to learn out all the adventures you can take part in. Thank you so much, Mira.
You're welcome.
Thanks, ladies. Health and medical news now. Researchers tracking contagious catfish cancer in Quebec say they're testing to see if it's also spread to New Brunswick. It's one of the topics in Your Health. University of Cambridge postdoctorate fellow Zoe Clark says she took samples of brown bullhead catfish with dark spots in lakes up and down the St. John River this past spring. Clark says she's expecting lab results within weeks that could determine if the catfish have the same transmissible cancer found in the same species in a lake straddling Quebec and Vermont. Scientists with the University of Vermont discovered brown bullhead catfish in Lake Memphremagog had melanoma. Stateside, the FDA has approved a new flu vaccine for older people. It's the first made with the same mRNA technology that was used during the COVID-19 pandemic. Moderna says it expects some supply to be available in certain stores soon. The shot is called Mfluziva and is for adults age 50 or older. It offers an additional option among the multiple flu vaccines available, including 3 specifically recommended for people age 65 or older who are especially vulnerable to influenza. Finally, in addition to helping people lose weight and improve blood sugar control, researchers are finding that GLP-1 medications may have direct protection for the heart. A new study from the UK of over 90,000 people with risk factors for heart disease found that those who took GLP-1 medications had fewer big heart problems, with up to 15% lower rates of heart attack, stroke, and death from heart disease. They also had fewer deaths overall and fewer non-fatal strokes and heart attacks compared to people who did not take the medication. Experts think these medications help by lowering weight, improving blood sugar, and reducing inflammation in the body, all of which can reduce heart disease risk factors.
And now we'd like to introduce you to the Maritimers who are marking Milestone Sunday. It's a 63rd anniversary for Carolyn and Donnie Schofield of Lockhartville, Nova Scotia.
You two look amazing.
Young and in love.
Young and in love. What a great photo.
Happy anniversary.
And now we'd like to introduce you to the Maritimers who are marking milestones today. It's a 70th anniversary for John and Irene Campbell of Coxheath, Nova Scotia. Let me say that again for the back of the room, 70 years.
Incredible. Yes. Happy anniversary. And to see your milestone again or to find out how to submit one, you can visit our website by scanning the QR code on your screen. And a reminder that milestones must be received 2 weeks in advance. And a majority of Canadians use at least one social media platform each week. But what if you got kicked off of one of the platforms you use regularly and had a hard time getting back on?
It is a common problem, and CTV's Pat Foran has the news you can use.
Letitia Van Roombeck of Toronto has had her Instagram account for 16 years. She uses it to post photos and videos and stay in touch with contacts she's made around the world. It's why 2 months ago she was shocked when she was locked out of her account.
My sister texted me, I was at work, and she goes, "Did you delete your Instagram? Disable your Instagram?" And I was like, "What?" So I quickly go on Instagram and I see a page that says your account's been disabled.
Van Roombeck says her account was blocked after she was told she had posted something that violated community guidelines. She felt she hadn't, and when her mother tried to help her back on the platform, she was locked out.
She tried to start another account and the same message came through. So it's almost like it banned her from Instagram totally for no reason.
Van Roombeck was not told what post caused the problems. Meta Pro Team said in an email, Meta already acknowledged an error with your Instagram account. You cannot request another review. Meta has finalized their decision.
It's just so derailing for something that's been my go-to for 16 years since I'm since I'm a teen to an adult now.
No one really knows why their accounts were suspended.
Technology analyst Carmi Levy says most content on social media platforms is reviewed by AI bots, so they can misinterpret photos as being offensive when they're completely harmless. He says once you're kicked off a platform, it can be almost impossible to get back on.
There are no humans involved in this process. AI determines that the account is over the line. AI determines whether they get reinstated or not, and there's simply no opportunity to speak to a human who can help them.
Van Roombeck is glad she has some of her precious memories from other sources, but says Meta should be using people to flag inappropriate content and not AI.
I just hope that they get humans on it and bad guys out, good guys keep their stuff.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
Taking another look at our 3-day forecast, starting off the day with sunshine for New Brunswick, seeing isolated showers for the central northern region of the province this afternoon, a high of 28. Cooling down to 23 on Tuesday, scattered showers across the province, warming up seasonal for your daytime high on Wednesday to 26 with a mix of sun and cloud. For Nova Scotia today, we are going to see some scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms for Cape Breton Island early in the morning, clearing though, leaving sunshine. Isolated showers expected though into the afternoon for mainland Nova Scotia today with a high of 29. 26 on Tuesday, looking at isolated showers returning for parts of the province into the afternoon. Sunshine on Wednesday, cooling down to 24. Prince Edward Island, 23 degrees today, isolated showers clearing, leaving sunshine. 24 on Tuesday with isolated showers across the island, and on Wednesday, cloudy skies with a high of 23.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
It's Monday, August 10th. Today on Your Morning Atlantic, arrest made. A suspect wanted for a shooting in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley, facing charges after police tracked him to a wooded area in Bedford. We'll have more details ahead in your news headlines.
And an unforgettable experience. Quebec blends European charm and breathtaking scenery. Here's some details on why it should be at the top of your list. We chat about this a little later this half hour.
Hey, good morning. It's 8 o'clock on your Monday morning. The calendar says August 10th, and I saw something over the weekend. Really thought it was important to share, and I'm not trying to cause alarm, but I did think it was worthy of bringing it to your attention at home. So take a look at this. It's a video, photo from my backyard. Now everything looks fairly green, you would say.
Yes.
In the very middle there, a leaf is turning colors.
Whoa, is that a leaf?
Yeah, I think it is. Oh, Crystal's grabbing the glasses.
I gotta see.
Yeah, so there's a
that is a leaf.
There's a
I wasn't
leaf.
sure if that maybe a tropical bird.
Changing color.
It is a leaf.
No, it's a leaf changing color, everyone. It's happening.
I know.
It's happening, people.
These are the weird one-offs. It's not real yet.
I know. I have seen
August 10th.
Few. So I saw that, and then I did see one in another spot, but it's just beginning. It's not like it fell. It's not a whole pile of leaves, but yes, I'm seeing leaves. A leaf.
A sign of the future. It's August 10th. You know what was neat? I did a little planning, looking ahead.
Yes.
And so it's one of those ones where Labor Day is not until September, like first weekend of September. So it's like 7th or something like that.
Right.
So we have extendo summer.
Extendo?
Yeah. We love this.
I always love when Crystal's here because she always puts a positive spin on something.
Always.
And I'm like, all right, okay. I believe it. I'll sign up.
We'll have to look at the school calendars when the first week of school is for example, Halifax and such. We'll look at that. But Labor Day is often it's after Labor Day.
Yeah.
So what was that, Gina? It is the 3rd. So school will start before Labor Day this year. That's unusual. That's in Halifax. Your community might be a little different. St. Mary's University, for example, doesn't start till the 8th.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, that is good to know. Yeah, it wasn't an image. If you have spotted any leaves changing colors, send us a text at 10400 because we would like to see it. I think we would like to see it.
I can't lie to you both.
Ooh.
2 weeks ago, I said to my husband, I said the F word. The F word is fall. Yeah. Because I said, you know what? I'm sick of summer. I haven't done anything. It hasn't been warm enough to swim. I'm over it. And then the following week, we got that heat wave.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, I could get into this again.
You willed it on. It's like when I go, I've ordered my food and it's not coming, I'll go to the bathroom. Then when I come back, my food's sitting at the table.
Right?
You did that trick.
Exactly.
But just with the seasons. I see what you did there. It worked.
Yeah, I don't want summer to end just yet.
Well, you gotta just enjoy summer while it lasts. This almost is autumnal with the palette in the front. But look at that water. It's warm enough to just kind of maybe at least brace yourself and go in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try it. Try it. It's still got summer for at least, several weeks. It's not till September that it actually changes.
Yes, exactly. So we are still going to see a beautiful day in Parsboro today. 27 degrees as your daytime high. And we do have some isolated showers expected this afternoon in your area. 20 degrees in Charlottetown with 19 in Halifax, 18 starting off your day in Moncton, 15 degrees in Labrador City, 9 into St. John's, Newfoundland. Over to our UV index, tracking high to very high across all 3 maritime provinces. And a heat warning still remains for parts of Nova Scotia today for western Nova Scotia and Halifax County. Over to our satellite and radar, we do have some pop-up shower activity expected for parts of Atlantic Canada. Steadier showers expected for Labrador with the risk of thunderstorms. And over to our wind forecast, remaining quite light for all 3 maritime provinces today. As of right now, it is 20 kilometers per hour into North Cape, 11 in Grand Etang, 15 in Charlottetown, with 13 in Yarmouth. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take another look at your forecast just ahead, but first a look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. A suspect wanted for a shooting in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley is facing charges after police tracked him to a wooded area about an hour away in the Halifax area. Just before noon Saturday, Halifax police issued a statement saying the suspect was believed to be involved in a shooting earlier in the day in South Farmington. At the time, the police force described the suspect as 31 years old and armed and dangerous. The Mounties issued an emergency alert about a half hour later, warning people in Bedford to stay inside and lock their doors. A witness was describing the scene by Sunnyside Mall to CTV News when the suspect was brought out in cuffs behind him.
All of a sudden, we see the cops coming. I turn around. I hear a big crash. I hear the car swerve into the parking lot here, Sunnyside parking lot, and it runs off. It comes up, it runs off into the woods here. So the cops didn't see him come up here. We were the only ones who saw him come up here. So the cops drove by Sunnyside Mall, and we ran onto the road and flagged them down. And so we flagged them down.
Oh my God, they
Holy.
got him. Oh my God. Yo, turn the camera. On camera.
They got him.
Oh my God, we got him, boys. We got him, boys.
At around 1 p.m., the Mounties confirmed the suspect had been arrested, but few other details have been released since. Annapolis RCMP say they continue to investigate the reported shooting in South Farmington. Mounties have not released more details on that case, including if anyone was hurt. RCMP also investigating recent thefts of copper wire that have caused phone and internet outages, as well as significant property damage. The Mounties say that between July 28th and August 4th, telecommunication lines were cut and stolen from 2 separate locations in Colchester County, resulting in phone and internet outages in and around Debert and Masstown. In Cumberland County, a long power line was cut and pulled from the ground outside a building near Southampton on or around August 4th. And on the same day, RCMP in Hants County were called to a vacant building in Hantsport, where copper cable was stolen, resulting in significant damage to the building's electrical system. People are being urged to roll up their sleeves as the country's blood supply experiences a summer slump. CTV's Maria Saru has more on the shortfall.
From the questionnaire to the needle and the snacks afterward, each blood donation adds to a supply that can only be stored for about 6 weeks. But in the summertime, more of these chairs can go empty.
Sometimes when people are on vacation and enjoying the summer and making summer memories, sometimes keeping an appointment or just having blood donation isn't necessarily front of mind.
On July 22nd, Canadian Blood Services posted an announcement saying donors were needed now, after the national blood supply fell nearly 20%, with appointments falling short. In a statement sent to CTV News on August 5th, a spokesperson said appointments were back within the optimal range of about 18,000 a week, and inventory had improved for some blood types. However, the need continues, especially heading into late August and the September long weekend, when bookings tend to dip. If inventory falls far enough, the impact can reach patients.
A shortage of blood may mean that there's surgeries are canceled, or the treatments and different things like that may have to be canceled.
Regional Development Manager Stephen Empringham says Canada is nowhere near that point. But over the last decade, the share of eligible Canadians donating blood has fallen by half, from about 4% to 2%. Reversing that trend will mean bringing new donors to centres like this one. Canadian Blood Services is encouraging first-timers to book with friends or family members for a more fun and easy experience. Maria Saru, CTV News, Charlottetown.
Thank you so much for that report, Maria. Yeah, that need's still there.
Yeah, okay, it sure is. All right, we got exciting news. All right, Your Morning Atlantic and Clearwater are teaming up to celebrate 50 years of seafood. 50 years! Back in 1976, a small lobster retailer started in Nova Scotia, and it grew into Clearwater, one of the biggest seafood producers in North America. So if you'd like to win 50 pounds of lobster in honor of their 50th anniversary, you're in luck, because that's what we're doing. All you have to do is use that QR code or go to our website, ctvatlantic.ca, and you can enter. What would you do with 50 pounds of lobster? Enter now. But you ladies tell me now, if you won, we can't win, but if you did.
A lobster party, absolutely, with all the different versions of lobster you could eat.
Yep, that's awesome.
Yeah, how about you?
I would probably eat lobster every day and see how long I could go.
Well, 50 pounds of lobster, if you figure, like, that would be maybe 25 people could have a 2-pound lobster, right? That's a lot of servings of lobster. It's that, oh my gosh, it would be just so... I'd have a huge party for sure, and insist everybody wear the bib. I'd find those bibs.
Oh, you have to.
We'd have the good openers, the good clickers.
All you have to do is click on that QR code.
Oh my gosh, my daughter Frances would be first in line. She loves lobster so much. So I'll tell you a fun story. We were at the Inverness Gathering, and she found $50 in a mud puddle at the arena dance. She asked around, nobody had lost it. So she dried out the $50, and then the next day she went to the Broadcove concert and she bought 3 lobster rolls, or $20 each.
Ooh,
so I spotted her the $10 for the third.
Yeah.
You're like,
but
well,
that was a lavish day. 3 lobster rolls.
That's awesome.
Funny story. The neighbor whose boat I was on this weekend met another couple there, and they met you, Crystal, at a lobster meal.
No way.
For the Dartmouth General Hospital. That's the big lobster fundraiser that they have.
That is great.
Oh, yes.
That lobster fundraiser is amazing.
Yeah.
You get 2 lobsters at that fundraiser.
That's incredible.
A lot of people take the second one home. Not me. I was like...
You're like, let me eat this right
Yeah, I'll eat it all.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to take another break here. Latavia has details on the warm-up on this Monday, and also, too, this half hour, fall in love with Quebec. We'll have details on how it can be an unforgettable experience for you and yours. That's next.
Good morning. A sunny start to the day over in Liverpool. 21 degrees already, currently under a heat warning, so make sure to stay hydrated and practice sun safety before heading out. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. As of right now, it is 20 degrees in Halifax as well as into Charlottetown. Starting off your day at 20 degrees in Moncton, 19 now in Fredericton, 15 degrees in Labrador City, and 10 starting off your day in St. John's, Newfoundland. We are holding on to this heat warning today for Western Nova Scotia for the Halifax County. Daytime highs will range from 27 to 30 degrees. Factor in that humidex, feeling more like 33 to 37. So we did have a bit of a cloudy, foggy start to the day for parts of Atlantic Canada. Still seeing lots of sunshine for the Maritime region, though. Some scattered showers for Cape Breton Island early in the morning, a risk of thunderstorms. Isolated showers for parts of Prince Edward Island, clearing out, though, into the afternoon, leaving sunshine. Steady shower activity, though, returning across Labrador with the risk of thunderstorms. And then for parts of Newfoundland, showers and or drizzle to start your day. Into the afternoon for central and northern region of New Brunswick, we do have some isolated showers expected to return. Isolated showers also expected into the afternoon for mainland Nova Scotia. Into tonight, much of the same. We start to see that precipitation clear out if you did see any in your area. And into early Tuesday morning, sunshine to start your day before a low chance of showers returns yet again. If you are wondering about precipitation totals, the heaviest being for the northwestern region of New Brunswick at 10 to 20 millimeters, only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for North Mountain. And then for Labrador, only seeing around 5 to 10 millimeters of precipitation today. And the heaviest for Newfoundland, 10 to 20 millimeters for Port aux Basques. For our forecast today, still remaining hot across New Brunswick, above seasonal daytime highs ranging from 26 degrees in St. John up to 29. Mainly sunny skies today to start your day. Isolated showers for the central and northern region of the province into the afternoon. Then for Prince Edward Island, isolated showers expected to start, clearing out, leaving mainly sunny skies into the afternoon. Highs between 23 degrees in Surrey up to 27. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, looking at some scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms to start your day. Clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Daytime highs will range from 21 degrees in Cheticamp up to 28 today. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, beautiful sunny start to your day. We do have some isolated showers expected into the afternoon for mainland Nova Scotia. Other than that, though, daytime highs remain above seasonal for the most part. 24 degrees into Yarmouth, up to 30 degrees in Halifax. And then for Labrador City, looking at a high of 20 degrees with showers and a risk of thunderstorms throughout your day today. And looking at 16 degrees for your daytime high in St. John's, Newfoundland. Periods of drizzle, clearing out, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. So that's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. One of the most destructive wildfires raging in British Columbia appears to have claimed at least one life off western Okanagan Lake. On Sunday, RCMP in Penticton reported that an 80-year-old woman died while trying to escape the Bald Range fire with a family member. She was among more than 20,000 people ordered to flee their homes Friday night after the fire erupted hours earlier and raced toward the communities of Summerland and Peachland. For more on this, we bring in CTV's Scott Hurst. Scott, it's been a desperate weekend for tens of thousands of people on the West Coast because of these wildfires. Where does it all stand this morning?
Good morning, Amanda. This is something that we've been reporting on for several weeks now and talked about so much destruction, so much loss in terms of homes and businesses and other buildings, so much devastation to properties. Unfortunately, as you mentioned, police are now confirming that one woman has died as a result of the latest wildfire to flare up in British Columbia. As it stands right now, there are more than 100 active fires in the province. 20,000 people from the Okanagan community of Summerland and Peachland and surrounding areas have now been forced from their homes. You mentioned the Bald Range fire. It triggered a state of emergency in BC on the weekend and quickly upended the lives of so many people, where many are reporting they had minutes to get out. You're looking at some of the video from someone's vehicle as they're fleeing the flames. In declaring the provincial state of emergency on Saturday, the BC government said property losses are significant, though the full extent is still being assessed. And you can look at this video and get the same idea, seeing how many homes, how many buildings have been destroyed. In addition to the people who've been forced to flee, the tens of thousands, Amanda, there are several more thousand who are on evacuation alerts who have to be ready to go at a moment's notice. But as I mentioned, this is just one of the more than 100 active fires in the province. Almost half of them are still considered out of control, including the Bald Range fire, which just flared up a few days ago, Amanda.
And the images are just devastating. What are some of the biggest challenges facing BC firefighting crews in subduing these wildfires?
Those hot, dry conditions are continuing, and that's been a concern for quite some time now for BC wildfire officials. But then you couple that with significant amount of lightning strikes, and it makes it difficult for crews to keep up. We have been reporting that BC wildfire crews have been getting help from crews from other provinces and crews from other countries over the past several weeks, including crews from Mexico. But when we talk about the hot, dry conditions and the lightning strikes, crews might be able to get a handle on one fire or stop the spread of one fire in one direction, then several others will flare up. The Bald Range fire, the one we're talking about, that has impacted so many lives and properties, forcing some 20,000 people to flee, it only flared up late Friday evening, and it's already scorched more than 13,000 hectares. The information officer for the regional district of Okanagan-Similkameen has said it's been one of the quickest moving and fastest growing wildfires in the area that he had seen. So that is just a little bit of the concern for fire crews as they try to get a handle on some of these flames, Amanda.
Wow, just since Friday too. Scott, thank you so much for your time this morning.
Thanks, Amanda.
CTV Scott Hurst reporting live for us from our national newsroom in Toronto, of course, thinking of our friends there on the West Coast. Your Morning Atlantic is about to take a quick break. When we return, we will have details on traveling to Quebec for the fall. That's next.
Move Mornings with Aaron and Peter. Weekday mornings on Move 100. The most fun in the morning. And home of the $1,000 minute. Only on Move 100 Halifax.
Welcome back. If you're looking for a destination that blends European charm, breathtaking scenery, world-class cuisine, and unforgettable seasonal experiences, Quebec City should be at the top of your list. Here to tell us more is travel writer Jamie Savage. Good morning, Jamie.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. So for someone watching right now who is thinking about a fall getaway, why is Quebec City the answer, and why should they book it now?
Yeah, autumn is the best time to visit Quebec City, which is one of my favorite cities in the whole wide world. As you can see, the whole city comes alive in the most vibrant colors of reds and oranges and gold. So you're going to be walking through Old Quebec, cycling their, beautiful trails that they have, or even heading out to the hills to hike. So book it now so that you can be living this autumn bliss this year.
Absolutely. I've been to Quebec City so many times. It's so beautiful. For those couples that are looking for something really special this fall, something that feels like Europe without the 10-hour flight, Quebec City is the answer, right?
It really is the answer. And, it does have a reputation of being known as one of the most romantic destinations in all of North America because, yeah, you get those European vibes walking down those cobblestone streets, popping in and out of cafes, or staying at boutique hotels. But food lovers, obviously romance comes with dining. They're going to discover why Quebec City is one of Canada's most exciting culinary destinations. The region's gastronomy is deeply connected in its terroir, and nowhere is that more evident than Ile d'Orléans, often described as the cradle of French America. The culinary scene continues to shine with acclaimed restaurants, innovative chefs, and Michelin-starred dining experience that really has put Quebec City on the map.
So literally a chef's kiss. And I do know that everyone dreams about going on a European Christmas markets, but you're saying Quebec City does all this just as well, and you don't even need a passport.
Yeah, that's the best part. We have it right here in Canada. And with so many direct flights to Quebec City, you have to go and check out Winter in Quebec City. It is truly magical. And once I went once, I keep going back. So there's two things, though, that you really have to visit while you're there. And that is that German Christmas market. The whole historic district is going to transform into festive lights, wooden chalets, seasonal treats, and that warm atmosphere of the traditional European Christmas. But then you also have to head over to Hotel de Glace Glass. So that is North America's only ice hotel. You're going to see ice architecture, themed suites, and you can even stay inside the ice hotel. And I have done it, and it's amazing.
Awesome. So quickly here, Quebec City just received a UNESCO designation that no other city in the world has ever received before. What does that mean for travelers?
Yeah, so that really showcases their commitment to responsible and sustainable tourism, really showing how they can be a vibrant city, all while protecting the environment, recognizing their heritage, and having that Indigenous presence. The other thing to note is that they're the first city in the Americas to actually receive 3 UNESCO designations. They are a World Heritage Site, a Creative City of Literature, and also the new Biosphere region.
And then where can viewers learn to start planning more about their Quebec City trip?
Yeah, head on over to quebec-city.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jamie.
Taking another look at our 3-day forecast, 28 degrees today in New Brunswick, looking at some isolated showers for the central and northern region this afternoon. Cooling down on Tuesday to 23 degrees with scattered showers across the province. Sunshine returns midweek with a high of 26. For Nova Scotia, 29 degrees today with mainly sunny skies. We do have a chance of showers for parts of the province either this morning or into the afternoon. 26 degrees on Tuesday, starting off with a mix of sun and clouds, seeing isolated showers return into the afternoon, and sunshine across the province on Wednesday with a high of 24. For Prince Edward Island, 23 degrees today. Isolated showers will clear this morning, leaving mainly sunny skies. Isolated showers return, though, on Tuesday with a high of 24. 23 degrees on Wednesday with cloudy skies across the island.
Still ahead, wines on the waterfront. We'll get details on the free event that raises a glass to Nova Scotia wineries.
What do you mean, Amanda? Different kind of wine.
That's a very different kind of wine. We'll have the good wine in just a few minutes. Good to have you back, Crystal.
Thank you.
I miss you. Oh, that's
oh my gosh, time to wine. It's 1 o'clock somewhere, as they say. It's a good kind of wine, I hope.
Yeah.
It definitely will be fun on the waterfront. I understand that the wine festival coming up is a real celebration of Nova Scotia wines, and admission is free. It's awesome. Yeah. We'll get the details coming up soon.
A lot of good things Nova Scotia does right, but boy, when it comes to their wines, next level.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Speaking of whining, how are your do your kids whine these days?
Yes.
And if so, what is it that they whine about?
Everything. They're like almost 2.5 now, so yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's their
prime
demeanor.
time to whine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
I'm like, oh, what do you mean no?
When they learn the word no.
Grown-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people whining about the weather these days because, you know what, they kind of have good reason to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hot.
Yeah. Sticky, I'm sweating.
Exactly.
Well, much more of that for today's forecast. As you can see over in Big Tancook Island, someone out enjoying the water early this morning. 21 degrees to start your day. Lots of sunshine will be sticking around for you today. 20 degrees in Halifax, 18 right now in Yarmouth, with 20 in Charlottetown and Moncton, 19 degrees in Fredericton, as well as into Cartwright, 10 degrees in St. John's, Newfoundland. Keep in mind sun safety when you are heading out today. The UV index is tracking high to very high across the region. And here's a look at our heat warning that remains in effect for the western region of Nova Scotia, Halifax County, throughout the day today. We do have some pop-up shower activity expected for parts of Atlantic Canada on and off throughout the day today, although we are going to see sunshine for the majority of the maritime region. We do have some steady shower activity right across much of Labrador with a risk of thunderstorms. Pretty light wind for all 3 maritime provinces today as of right now, 15 kilometers per hour in North Cape as well as into Canso and Yarmouth, 13 into Moncton and Grand Etang with 11 in Edmundston and Charlottetown. No wind gusts to report at this time. We'll take one last look at your forecast just ahead, but first one last look at your local news with Amanda.
Thanks, Latavia. A suspect wanted for a shooting in Nova Scotia's Annapolis Valley is facing charges after police tracked him to a wooded area in a Halifax suburb. Just before noon Saturday, Halifax police issued a statement saying the suspect was believed to be involved in a shooting earlier in the day in South Farmington. At the time, the police force described the 31-year-old suspect as armed and dangerous. The Mounties issued an emergency alert about a half hour later, warning people in Bedford to stay inside and lock their doors. A witness was describing the scene by Sunnyside Mall to CTV News when the suspect was brought out in cuffs behind him.
All of a sudden, we see the cops coming. I turn around. I hear a big crash. I hear the car swerve into the parking lot here, Sunnyside parking lot, and it runs off. It comes up, it runs off into the woods here. So the cops didn't see him come up here. We were the only ones who saw him come up here. So the cops drove by Sunnyside Mall, and we ran onto the road and flagged them down. And so we flagged them down.
Oh my God, they got him. Oh my God. Yo, turn the camera. On camera.
They got him.
They got him. Oh my God, we got him, boys. We got him, boys.
At around 1 p.m., the Mounties confirmed the suspect had been arrested, but a few other details have been released since. Annapolis RCMP say they continue to investigate the reported shooting in South Farmington. Mounties have not released any details on that case either, including if anyone was hurt. CTV News has reached out to Nova Scotia RCMP for more details. Police in Eastern PEI are investigating the sudden death of a man in Georgetown who was acting erratically in public before he lost consciousness. RCMP say they received a 911 call on Wednesday night. Firefighters and paramedics attempted to revive the man by performing CPR. Mounties say the 34-year-old from Kings County was pronounced dead, and the provincial coroner's office was later called in to determine the cause of the man's death. The PEI government is asking the public for help as the province's Environment Department begins a new study on the island's rarest reptile. The elusive and aptly named smooth green snake is known for its bright green color and sleek scales, but these small snakes are not easy to find. That's why the province is asking islanders to carefully collect any dead snakes that might resemble a smooth green snake and then call the Wildlife Department for pickup. As easy as that sounds, there is a catch. Adult smooth green snakes typically turn blue after they die, the result of their yellow pigment fading away. New Brunswick's New River Beach is a popular place any summer weekend along the Bay of Fundy, but once a year, the sands transform into one giant sandbox where kids of all ages are eager to grab a shovel. CTV's Avery McRae shows us more.
With large shovels and fine tools on hand, these are not your everyday sandcastles.
I'm building a Kermit the Frog sand sculpture.
Wolfgang Downey McLean is fairly new to the craft, but has some basic tips to follow.
I think that working on it for a long time, and the detail comes out when you do that.
Downey McLean was just one of hundreds of people carefully molding the sands at New River Beach for the annual Bay of Fundy Sand Sculpture Festival. For Aunt and niece duo of Kathy McCabe and April Berry, it's their first time taking part.
Not as challenging as I had thought. Yeah, not as challenging. Yeah.
I'm appreciating there not being hot sun right now.
The competition itself was separated in two major categories, amateurs and masters. On the Masters Beach, sand spectacles are first packed tightly with the help of boxes before the sculpting work begins. For sculptor Guy-Olivier Deveau and his partner Isabel, they are working to create a rowboat.
We got big plans, we got a lot of work to do, we have to be on pace, and we're fairly confident that we're going to be able to make it happen.
Event co-organizer and professional sculptor Karen Freilich has traveled across the world for sand sculpting shows, but few rival a scene along the Bay of Fundy.
They're going to come down onto one of the most beautiful beaches in the world, and there's so much room, there's so much camaraderie, there's great music, and just so many things to see.
For sibling spectators Rankin and Bria Ketch, it's tough to pick a favorite.
The one like right over there is pretty nice.
I like the one up on the hill when you first pull in. It has it's like one that has like a horse and has like a shark wrapped around it.
All until the world's highest tides wash away this sandy canvas. Avery McRae, CTV News, New River Beach, New Brunswick.
I am just floored by the quality of those sand sculptures.
Amazing. And we're looking up, if you missed that one and you're like, yeah, I want to see some sand sculptures. Clam Harbor, that's a popular one in Nova Scotia. Clam Harbor Beach on the eastern shore. That's going to be
I believe it's the 23rd, Sunday the 23rd. That's a big one too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the Chesco Days sand sculpture competition on the beach there.
Yes.
At the Courthouse Beach, and the big theme this year was orcas.
Yeah.
I saw the orca in the
that makes sense.
In the causeway, yeah.
Did you manage to see the orca in the causeway?
I didn't see it personally. No.
Or the beluga. Where were the belugas again?
The beluga was also it was near the Bredor Lakes.
That's so cool.
That's super cool.
2.
Well, the sculpture that won the competition was an orca, but you can only use stuff that you find naturally on the beach.
Okay.
So the cool thing is they use seaweed to make it black, and then they use shells to make the white part. You know, that makes it look like
wow.
It was very, very.
That's creative.
Like really looked exactly like an orca.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about creatures. This is continue. Okay. This is another rescue story. This video is posted on social media, and you can see them using a pedal boat to rescue a tangled snapping turtle. So let's take a look there. So yeah, this first of all, this flamingo pedal boat is awesome, and I'd love to ride in one of those. But the turtle was caught in a fishing line, so that was a joint effort involving local police, which they had to go to that, which is kind of interesting. We can only joke because it has a happy ending.
Yes.
Animal protection officers were able to grab the turtle, and they took it to a rehab center, and all worked out.
Aww.
Now, I know for a fact, speaking of, you just had that segment honoring Quebec City, which is a favorite place to go. But if you go to Montreal, on the island there, they have the swan pedal boats you can rent.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Adorable.
Yes, I would like to rent one.
I've always wanted to do that. Yeah, that's awesome.
I think it's very romantic.
It is. Definitely. Wouldn't that be romantic? I would love
I don't think it'd be romantic.
No?
I'd be like, you pedal. My feet hurt.
Yeah, that's right.
Bring some more wine.
The wine, exactly.
Okay, well, most people maybe find wine romantic. We're going to talk about wines on the waterfront. We're going to learn more about the weekend event that is free and highlights Nova Scotia's wineries. Some oldies, some goodies, some newies. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Good morning and welcome back. We are taking a live look at the Acadian Village over in Lower West Pubnico. 8:43 to start your day, 18 degrees as you head outdoors this morning. Lots of sunshine expected in your area today, currently under a heat warning. Weather is brought to you by Cummins Trusted Home Standby Generators. 20 degrees right now in Halifax as well as into Charlottetown. 19 degrees to start your day in Fredericton with 15 in Labrador City. 10 degrees over in St. John's, Newfoundland. Here's a look at that heat warning for western Nova Scotia into the Halifax County as well. This is for today with daytime highs ranging from 27 to 30 degrees. Factor in that humidex feeling more like 33 to 37. Over to our forecast timeline. We do have some pop-up showers expected for parts of Atlantic Canada. Scattered showers, a risk of thunderstorms expected for parts of Cape Breton Island. Some isolated shower activity early in the morning for Prince Edward Island will clear, leaving sunshine across the province. Labrador looking at some steady showers, a risk of thunderstorms, and then for parts of Newfoundland, showers and or drizzle to start your day, clearing out into the afternoon. For this afternoon, we do have a low chance of shower activity expected for the central and northern region of New Brunswick, mainland Nova Scotia as well. That will take us into tonight. Temperatures will be cooling down just a bit, so warmer lows for tonight, and temperatures will continue to climb into our forecast early in the morning for Tuesday, a bit warmer to start your day, and then cooling down for our daytime highs, but still holding on to sunshine before shower activity will return. If you're wondering about precipitation totals, the heaviest being for the northwestern region of New Brunswick at 10 to 20 millimeters, and only seeing around 2 to 5 millimeters for North Mountain. Now for Labrador, looking at 5 to 10 millimeters of accumulation, and the heaviest for Newfoundland being 10 to 20 in Port aux Basques. For our forecast today for New Brunswick, above seasonal daytime highs ranging from 26 degrees all the way up to 29. Mainly sunny skies to start your day. A low chance of isolated showers expected into the afternoon for the central and northern region. For Prince Edward Island, isolated showers to begin your day, clearing out, leaving mainly sunny skies. Daytime highs will range from 23 degrees in Surrey up to 27. And then for Cape Breton, eastern Nova Scotia, some scattered showers and a risk of thunderstorms early in the morning, clearing, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. Daytime highs between 21 degrees in Cheticamp up to 28 today. And then for the rest of Nova Scotia, above seasonal for the most part, with highs between 24 degrees in Yarmouth up to 30 in Halifax. Mainly sunny skies today, but we will be seeing some isolated showers expected into the afternoon for mainland Nova Scotia. And then for Labrador City, heating up to 20 degrees today. Showers and a risk of thunderstorms throughout your day. 16 for St. John's, Newfoundland. Periods of drizzle will clear, leaving a mix of sun and cloud. That's a look at your weather forecast. Going to throw things over to Crystal.
All right, thanks, Latavia. It's 8:45. Now, from Tidal Bay to Nova 7, Nova Scotia is known for its wines. And you can find old favorites and new flavors this weekend at Wines on the Waterfront. It's a free event on Saturday, August 15th on the Halifax waterfront. Here to tell us more from Wines of Nova Scotia, Export Navigator Justine Lalonde and Executive Director Melissa Herbin. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
Let's talk about wine. First of all, let's start with you, Melissa. This event is such a wonderful opportunity for people over 19 to taste Nova Scotia wines.
Yeah, so it's a free public event this Saturday in Halifax, the waterfront, the Foundation Wharf. It's an opportunity to try some different wines, meet with the wine experts behind the wine. There's also going to be some food samplings from Nova Scotia Loyal there as well, and an opportunity to check out some of our merchandise. And just learn a little bit more about our wine industry.
Well, the thing about the Nova Scotia wine industry, it's really, really growing. I know that our growing conditions are super amazing for sparkling wines, like unmatched almost, except for France. But the Tidal Bay is our special appellation. Tell us more about Nova Scotia's wine industry.
Yeah, so Tidal Bay is a one-of-a-kind appellation here in North America, and Nova Scotia's signature wine style.
Yeah.
It's always a white aromatic blend that's made from 100% Nova Scotia grown grape varieties. It's always a blend of 2 or more varieties, typically displaying Lacadie Blanc, which is our flagship grape variety and most planted grape variety here in the province.
I didn't know that.
About 40% of the plantings are of Lacadie Blanc.
Yeah.
And in style, it's very fresh, very aromatic, great flavor and aroma intensity to it. It's a very approachable wine style, too, so great with our local seafood and lighter fare.
Yeah.
But also fantastic just on own, enjoying with friends or family.
So we're looking at these wonderful images of drone shots of wineries, and a lot of those grapes are the Lacadie Blanc that you mentioned.
Lacadie Blanc, yes, exactly.
That's so cool. Are they also used in the sparkling wine, too?
Absolutely. So this one actually in particular is 100% Lacadie Blanc. It's a traditional method sparkling wine, so made in the same way that a champagne would be, where the secondary fermentation occurs in bottles and gives these nice texturous notes, some nice brioche and biscuit notes to that really fresh citrus fruit. And it's either Lacadie Blanc, it's kind of it's a bit of a workhorse here in Nova Scotia. It makes really nice aromatic wines, like as a component to Tidal Bay. Makes fantastic traditional method sparkling wines as well.
Well, this Tidal Bay hat is photobombing the shot. Talk about the merch. I love that you have special merch celebrating Tidal Bay.
Yes.
It's on sale this weekend?
It is, yeah. So if you're free on this Saturday on August 15th between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m., we'll be at the Foundation Wharf in one of the kiosks there selling Tidal Bay merch. So you can easily get your hands on it at that point.
Okay, Melissa, I mean, it's your job to promote Nova Scotia wines. How difficult of a job is that? Like, are people super receptive?
I don't think it's that difficult. I think Nova Scotians are loyal. They want to purchase local. They're proud. We make exceptional wines here, world-class wines.
You do.
So it's an easy sell, and now we have the opportunity to really reach across Canada and share our message as well.
Yeah.
And we get such wonderful feedback from wine experts, from tourists that are visiting. So yeah, it's an easy sell.
Well, the Nova 7 I know is super popular. We just showed it in the shot. Let's talk about the reds. I love Nova Scotia. There's some delicious reds in Nova Scotia.
Absolutely. I mean, we're producing really fresh, sort of lighter-bodied styles of red wine, just given our cooler climate here. A lot of them based on grape varieties like Léon Milot and Marshall Foch and Lucy Coolman that grow really well in our cooler climate. They tend to be very fresh, really nice acidity to them, but really rich red fruit, great little barbecue wines if you're, having a get-together with some barbecued meats.
Sure. And this weekend you can taste them, you can find out more.
Absolutely.
You can purchase wine and say you can purchase merch. It's just a really great celebration of what we have to offer here locally. And I know when you do purchase locally, it makes a difference to the people who produce the wine, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It goes back to our economy.
Yeah. It sure does. All right, so we'll leave you some gorgeous drone shots, but what we have on our website is all the information about this weekend's event, or just pop in on the waterfront this Saturday. It is 8:50. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more of our show right after this.
The #1 morning show in Halifax. Turk, Megan, and Amateur Alex. And home to the biggest artists. Halifax's #1 hit music station. 101.3 Virgin Radio.
Hey, it's 8:53. We love this time of the show because we get to share your text messages, your interaction with us about our Move Morning Chat. And if you missed it earlier, we're talking about what were some signs, like what did no one warn you about when it came to getting older?
Yes.
You guys are funny. Let's start with John from Fall River. And he says, no one told me how busy I would be.
For real, though.
Right?
When you get older. Good for you, John. If you're busy, you're living. I love that.
That's a good point. You're needed.
Yeah. I love keep busy.
We'll let you know. What's that? You said you don't want it.
I don't want it.
Denise says, one thing I never thought about when I was young was having to retire and to try to live off pension. I retired at 40 years old. Wow.
Send me your suggestions.
Exactly, Denise.
Denise.
I want advice.
Retired at 40.
You might not have
she
thought
must
about
be one of those
but...
really good money managers, savings.
Living the life.
Great job, Denise.
Well done, you. Next up, we have Donna, who says, wowzers, getting older is not for wimps. I figure I can do the things I want to do during my day, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you're going to pay. So your body doesn't recover as much as it used to.
And quickly, yeah.
Yeah.
But I love that you're out there doing the things, Donna. Like, that's so good.
And you're not a wimp, Donna. You do the thing.
Certainly not.
Candace, that sleeping on the wrong pillow would screw up my neck and shoulder for a week. That perimenopause exists. That I would actually want those eyeglasses with straps so I don't lose my glasses when I suddenly need to read.
Seriously.
I know. I was thinking about getting one of those chains like the librarians have.
Hey, they're back in now, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's get it.
That would be really cool, actually. Chris from Dartmouth, working and playing basketball. I always thought I could do these two things forever, but that didn't happen. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you found another sport that you enjoy.
Or get back out on the court.
Yeah, just start small, but it's true.
Be a coach, volunteer.
For sure.
Lots of options out there. LJ says aches, pains, and arthritis. Oh, and hair loss.
Hair loss.
Do you know what's interesting? Sometimes you lose hair in one area and you get it in a new spot.
That is true.
It's true. Wow, that is true. The old hair. The old hair issue.
On my chin.
That's right. You get the chin hairs and then the ear hairs. Yeah, nose hairs. Oh my gosh. Okay. I think we have time for one more little cute thing. Okay. It's not old. This is very young. It's a new baby pygmy hippo, and this one's here in Canada.
Yay!
Right where you, look at the baby. This is right near where you grew up, or in Toronto.
Yes.
Toronto Zoo, Latavia.
I was distracted by the blood on the hay.
I was like, oh my. Well, it's freshly born.
Yes.
It's freshly born. So this is their little baby hippo named Kindia. Gave birth to a beautiful female calf. She doesn't have a name yet. And it's just wonderful to see that this baby pygmy hippo is born, and she seems to be doing okay freshly after birth.
So cute, so tiny.
They're just,
whoa,
a little wobbly because she's just fresh. But eventually you can go visit her at the Toronto Zoo. Maybe you can take your boys to go see her.
That would be so much fun,
Your relatives can go.
Right?
Have a little hippo day. Hip, hip, hooray.
We'll have to update you when they find a name for that.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't. To be fair, Brienne put that in and didn't see the images. Didn't realize it was that freshly born with the blood and everything.
Listen,
so
that's the way life goes.
Exactly.
Fun fact I read at the Toronto Zoo looking at the pygmy hippos is it looks like sometimes like they're bleeding as adults, like they've got this like bloody like sheen on the outside of their skin.
Yeah.
But it's actually like an oil to help protect their skin.
There you go.
Maybe that's what it was.
Greased up.
Birth oils.
Yes.
Oh boy, birth oils. Oh my.
Yes, indeed. All right, leaving you with this hot, hazy, humid day. Make the most of it. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 6 a.m.